Hello, everybody. Hello. How are you all doing today? I hope you guys are having a good day. Are you guys ready to see more moida? More eye-related moida? Hello, Bailey. Hello, Moki. If you're still here, I'm assuming that you're lurking, but I'm not sure. But how is everybody doing? I have no idea what this is about. So we played a little bit of this on Wednesday. But basically we're kind of a detective, and there's a murder going around that that steals people's eyes. They're very rude. But yeah, I looked into like a spoiler-free guide because it's just like, oh, this is probably gonna have like 20 million kind of endings or whatever. But no, well, maybe, I don't know. It's not as complicated as Zero Escape was, I don't think. But I looked at a spoiler-free walkthrough guide and it's just like, we are not even halfway through. So let me go ahead and get it all selected over here. It says that it has the game selected, but it's showing me live 2D. Let's see. Maybe this way. Zero Escape. I would recommend. I liked the first one. The second one, I had conflicting feelings with the true ending, and I haven't played the third one yet. Okay, let's go over here. And then we can load our game. See, you gotta select a thing. Okay. And I learned that most of these paths just branch at like the actual Simonium parts, which makes sense. I feel like, oh, it does a little recap. Probably will stream it. Yeah. I'll watch if I can when you do. Oh, thank you for resubbing!
Xephoria, have a great stream.
Thank you!
I can't stick around long because I'm feeling little sicky, but have fun less than 3.
Oh no, you're feeling sicky? Well, hopefully you feel better, Moki. You get some rest. I know a lot of people have been getting sick, like all around lately, so hopefully it's nothing too big. Okay, so let's go to the Sejima residence. We are slowly going around and figuring out stuff, getting evidence. Yeah, there's a neurovirus outbreak around our area. It's, yeah, springtime cold season. Yeah. Okay. So this is Soul's place. Yeah.
Hopped over the fence.
Yeah.
That's trespassing, you know.
My baseball landed in your backyard. I was just trying to get it back.
That is so sassy. What's your boss's relationship with the Kumakudas?
I don't know anything. Even if I did, I couldn't tell you. I'm sworn to confidentiality.
No, fair enough. So about his alibi.
Congressman Sejima was at home all Friday and Saturday.
How about from last night until this morning?
He was in his bedroom, resting.
Can you prove that?
My word should be enough.
Iba, are there any security cameras in the mansion?
There are several. But for some reason, they are all powered off.
Oh no.
There is no image data for the past few days.
Huh.
Really?
That's a little suspicious.
That's too suspicious to ignore.
Mm-hmm. Do you know Iris Sagan?
No?
It's this girl.
I showed him the picture of Iris I had.
Cute.
What was that?
Nothing.
You just said cute, didn't you?
I did not. You did. Did not.
Did?
I said shoot.
Why would you say shoot?
Look, I said I don't know her, all right?
Unless the bodyguard is standing completely still, emotionless. So, do you know Iris?
I don't. Who is that?
I showed him the picture of Iris I had.
This girl. Do you recall seeing her?
No, I've never seen her.
I detect no noticeable rise in So's body temperature.
This guy's a politician. Lying is his job.
Yeah.
Well, true.
About your connection with the Kumakudas.
I told you yesterday. My relationship with them is perfectly legitimate.
Hey, Iba. You were still in the middle of the story about So selling and buying the Kawasaki land.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can continue that later.
Oh. Makes sense. Where were you at 3 a.m. this morning?
Here, sleeping, of course. Why? What happened?
Did you not see the news?
No, I've been reading a book. I don't know what happened, but whatever it was, I had nothing to do with it.
Are you finished here?
I guess.
I'm just getting started.
You won't get anything, no matter what you ask. So Sejima has nothing to do with your case.
It's my job to decide that, not yours.
Okay. I didn't want to get rough. But if I need to, I'll feed you to the koi.
Oh no.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah.
Date, he's not all talk.
Oh.
What?
Check his body.
Okay. I'll X-ray his body. Oh,
This guy has a handgun.
that makes sense.
It is, of course, real and loaded.
So you're carrying, huh?
What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. I should have you arrested for firearm violation.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The gun you have on you.
I don't have a gun.
I know that you do.
You got a way to prove it?
I could search you.
Oh yeah? How? You need a warrant for that.
Are you finished? If you are done here, I'd like to ask you to leave.
Man, we did a whole lot of nothing here.
Date, I don't believe we can accomplish anything further here. It's better for us to return to HQ.
This is why I hate politicians.
There's really no reason for us to come here, huh? Is there anything, like... The scenery is pretty over here, I will say. But, okay. I guess we'll talk to the kiddos. Well, one of them is like 24, so I guess he's not a kiddo. But when, you know, they're short. He looks like he's half his age. Central Hospital. Oh, hi ma'am, you're
Are you
still
okay?
alive.
Date.
The nurse told me you were here.
Yes, just resting. Iris's surgery was successful.
Oh, good.
They told me she would be fine.
Nice.
After I heard that, a weight left my shoulders and I just collapsed.
Is she gonna
Seems
get a
that
cool
she
eye
passed
too?
out and was brought here.
Probably not.
Yeah, the nurse told me.
But I'm fine now. I feel much better.
Anyway, about Ota. How do you feel about him?
I'm so thankful for Oda. No, words don't even do it justice. Oda saved Iris, didn't he?
Technically,
I heard the
yeah.
police talking about it. If Oda didn't go to the warehouse that night, Iris would be dead.
I mean,
I really don't even know what to say. It's frustrating that there isn't a bigger word for thank you. Oda was actually one of my students.
What?
I was his teacher in elementary school.
Oh.
Even back then, he had such a strong sense of justice. Not that I'm one to say, but I believe he grew up to be quite an amazing young man.
I beg to
Risked
differ.
his own life to save someone else.
But he probably put her in danger.
His mother must have raised him well.
Do you know anything about Iris and So?
So, Sejima? The politician?
Yes. We believe they might know each other.
I don't think so.
About your alibi?
Hitomi, what were you doing around 3 a.m. today? I don't mean anything by it. I'm just doing my job.
I was sleeping at home. The police came and picked me up around 4 a.m. That's when I heard about all this.
Her testimony matches what was in the investigation material.
The cops came to pick her up around 4?
Correct.
How long does it take to get from Hitomi's house to the warehouse?
20 to 25 minutes by car.
And the polar bear ran out of the warehouse at around 3:15?
Correct.
If you're fast, you can just make it.
Do you suspect Hitomi?
Not necessarily, but...
I can't imagine she would. Although I don't know. I would have to see the scene of the bear showing up to see if they used the right arm or not.
Iris lost her left eye. They haven't found it yet. If the optic nerve and blood vessels are intact, they told me they might be able to restore it. But I'm thankful she's alive. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Eli, my best friend. One of the only friends I had. While I was waiting for news from Iris's surgery, I started thinking about Monica. And I felt like I was going to lose my mind.
That must have been very painful.
We protected her.
Yes.
Curtain used as a divider.
Pardon me?
When Iris was little, we used to play hide and seek. Seeing that curtain made me think about it.
Man, that's sweet. Equipment used for monitoring vital or signs. It measures heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature on the monitor. A bed. Not much really to look at in here. That's understandable. Well, bye, I guess.
Sorry for asking you so many questions at a time like this.
No, it's fine.
I should go.
Maybe I'll just look at a few things. The cupboard. I can see a toilet in there. Okay, yeah, nothing really to look at. I guess I'll go home. To our weird looking home.
Hey, Mizuki, could you take a break? I want to ask you something.
How much weight are you lifting, child? How much weight is that? Mizuki! You're mad at me, aren't you? Okay, where's the officer who dropped you off? About the fishery. About Ota and Iris. I'm just gonna put this trash can on your head. I'm sorry.
Listen, I get it. I'm really sorry, Mizuki. Yesterday, I went to meet up with the Yakuza gang. The Kumakuras. Remember Mama said Renju had some connection with them? So I went to question them. But of course, I couldn't take a little girl with me. You understand, right?
I just want to know, like, how much
I'm not
weight?
afraid of any Yakuzas. I'd make their hearts stop beating in 3 seconds.
Okay, so that one... That says 29 or 28 kilograms? So how much would that be in, like, pounds, but also times 4?
Girls shouldn't talk like that.
That's awfully sexist of you. This is why no one thinks you're attractive.
I'm attractive.
Uh-huh, keep telling yourself that. That's why you haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years.
Ooh,
My girlfriend is a ninja. You know, she's just hiding in the shadows.
Wow, what a nerd.
Sure. So what do you want to ask me anyway?
Just like my girlfriend's a ninja. Also, she lives in Canada. She's shy. You'll never see her. Anyway, where's the officer you dropped
Where's
off?
the officer who dropped you off?
I told her to go home. I said I would call her to check in.
Okay.
Why are you disappointed? Did you want to meet her?
It's not like that.
You wanted to see her boobs? I thought you were more into small boobs, pervert.
I like big boobs too.
I suppose you are what they call a tit man.
About Ota and Iris.
I saw the video. The one at 3 a.m. last night. Ota is amazing. I'm changing my mind about that guy.
Iris and Ota came out of it okay. They'll both live.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God.
I don't know. I really feel like it's Ota, but like, it might just
Okiura
depend.
Fishery is a company Grandpa made.
It might just depend on which route I go on whether or not he actually did it.
I don't think Daddy had anything to do with it, though. Grandpa died 17 years ago. Someone else is running that company now. They aren't family.
Interesting. A bench press. The weights are real iron. The total weight is... Oh, I'm glad it converts it for me. But 220, not that I can actually bench that. She is tough. That is probably like double her weight, if not more. What kind of person was your grandpa?
I never met him. He died before I was born.
That makes sense.
But Daddy did tell me stories.
What kind of stories?
Back when Grandpa was in Great-Grandma's tummy, she was on a passenger ship that got shipwrecked in a storm. She had to have the baby out on the ocean.
Oh my gosh.
On the ocean?
Yup. And then Grandpa was raised by dolphins.
Huh?
By the time he was 10, he was catching fish with his bare hands. And then Grandpa got up on land and learned language and culture and stuff. And then he decided to start up Okiura Fishery.
Sounds like a tall tale.
Yeah, Grandpa was a legend. All the fishermen and sailors respected him.
That's fun. That can't be true. But there's a part of me that's thinking, maybe. After all, Mizuki herself seems superhuman. I'd believe her grandpa was an incredible man.
You watch weird videos when I'm not around, don't you?
Weird videos.
Something about cuckoldry?
No. Those are husbandry videos. You know, like animal husbandry, raising livestock. Anyway, don't touch my computer without permission.
I can't believe Date watches NTR. Stop. Oh no. Anyway, a trash can. How inspiring. Oh, there's a chair next to the desk. A PC. My hard drive is full of animal husbandry video. Oh no. Why is it full of NTR? There's a corkboard on the wall. Anyway, bye. Oh, what's this? Adorabit, a stuffed animal. It's a character Mizuki likes. I guess there's no point in getting into it. I want to look at it. Audio equipment for an audiophile. The speakers themselves are actually mostly
4 years
hollow.
ago, Mizuki used to hide in them to scare you, didn't she?
Aw.
Yeah, and I would scold her every time.
She hasn't done such childish things lately.
Good news for me.
You think so? I imagine that a part of you actually misses it.
I'm still... A 3-seat sofa I also use as a bed. I've been sleeping here for 4 years. Mizuki took over my bed. Fair enough. A coffee table. The top is glass. A bed. Mizuki sleeps there every night. Well... Oh. Mizuki's clothes and mine are hanging on the rack. Each have basically one outfit. That's because we're rational people. I don't want to waste my precious time and brain power thinking about what clothes to wear every day. A lot of successful businessmen and scientists do it. Okay, honestly, Mizuki and I do have other clothes. We just keep them somewhere else. Understandable. Oh! Mizuki's favorite metal pipe. I have no idea what she uses it for. A backpack. It looks small for Mizuki now. 4 years ago, when I bought it for her, it looked so big on her back. See anything over here for me to look at? It's a pot.
Hey, Mizuki, could you get rid of the Cleone in there?
Leonie.
Aw, do I have to?
Yes. If it were just 1 or 2, I'd let it slide, but there's 100 in there.
It's not my fault they started breeding.
What?
A refrigerator. It's packed with beer, food, and a bunch of Cleone. What is Cleone? Well, bye.
Thanks for talking with me, Mizuki. It was helpful.
Was it?
No.
I have to continue the investigation, so...
Wait, you're leaving me again?
I mean, I guess.
I'm coming with you.
No.
Why?
I can't involve you. This might be dangerous.
It's okay, I'm strong.
Yeah.
You know how strong I am, right?
She was bench pressing
You were the one who
220
knew how
pounds.
special I was before anyone.
It was 1 year ago. I noticed something strange when Mizuki came home from school. Pardon me.
Hey, what happened? Who did this to you?
I will
Some kids
destroy
at
them.
school.
What
5
are
or
their
6 of
names?
them. They said I was a weirdo because I don't live with my mom and daddy.
I will
And they
end.
teased me. And I got mad and... I told them to go away and they hit me.
What the heck?
Tell me their names.
Mm-hmm.
I'll teach the little punks a lesson.
100%.
Date, wait.
No.
Adult intervention will not solve this problem. Mizuki has to deal with this problem herself.
Mizuki, come on. It's time to train.
What?
I'm gonna teach you how to kick their asses.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting right now. Get ready.
Gonna destroy them.
Why the shrine?
The shrine is the perfect place for special training.
It is?
You feel better when you train in quiet, serene places like this.
Sure, whatever.
First, I'm going to teach you 4 secrets to becoming stronger. Follow these 4 rules, and you will acquire power beyond your wildest dreams.
Date, are you playing a character or something?
I'm not Date. While we're in training, I am Master.
Anyway, being quick is crucial. Your everyday life is of dire importance. Mental preparation is important. The key to victory is to kill the heart.
Like, when you get into a fight, aim for the heart?
Yes.
No.
No.
It's the opposite.
Oh.
You must kill your own heart, Mizuki.
Oh.
What do you mean?
If you are going to fight, you must suppress any mercy or emotional attachment. If you have even a mote of sympathy within you, it will be impossible to fight to your potential.
That makes sense.
Do not think of your opponent as a man. Think of them as a target, a punching bag or a board.
Just a punching bag. Huh.
Mental preparation is
In
important.
a fight, you must first be victorious in your mind.
Like thinking I'm not gonna lose?
Exactly. I do the same mental preparation before going to a strip club. Before I go in, if I tell myself that they're all out of my league, then they will be. The mental fight has begun the moment I put my hand on the door.
Yeah, I see. Actually, no. That's stupid.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Well, your everyday life is of a dire importance.
What? Why?
The best training you could ever have is to be mindful during your everyday life. Diet and exercise form a strong body. And if you are always maturing intellectually and emotionally, you will always be able to anticipate your enemy's first move.
I get it. But you're so messy. Does that mean you can't fight?
Rip it.
Hark, the blowing of the wind through the trees.
You can't just say something cool to avoid my question.
Being quick to act is crucial.
Mizuki, do you know how to win any fight against any opponent?
Don't get in a fight in the first place?
That is a respectable answer. But no, the way to win any fight is this. Hit them first, and hit them hard enough to finish them.
Oh?
I kinda get it, but
Of course, I'm not saying that's how you should behave. But thinking about this will make a big difference in a real fight.
yeah, okay, I get it, but seriously, Date, are you like acting or something?
Not Date, Master. Anyway, practice these 4 truths, and you will get stronger.
This sounds like a scam.
Believe in me. If you do as I say, you'll be thanking me in time.
Are you sure?
Alright, how about we do a baseline test? Show me what you've got.
Yeah.
Huh? How?
Let's see. How about you throw a punch? I can guess your strength from that.
If you say so, I'll give it a shot.
First, close your eyes and concentrate.
Like this?
Exactly. Then, punch forward.
Oh.
Huh?
How is that? You don't have to be nice. I know I'm weak.
Hey, by the way, did you swing back at those bullies?
No, I didn't do anything. There were a bunch of them. I didn't think I could.
I see. She doesn't know her own strength.
I suppose not.
Mizuki, let's just say I think you should be more confident in yourself.
Really?
But never ever strike your master. That is a must.
Please do not hit me, I will die.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, you're so strong you scare me sometimes.
Well then,
No, I can't take you with me.
why not?
Because I took responsibility for you. I promised Renju. I can't put you in danger.
That's not fair. Bringing up Daddy.
Iris and Ota feel the same way. They don't want you hurt either. You have to understand, Mizuki. If I need your help, I'll let you know. When the time comes.
Really?
Yes.
Promise?
I
Your
promise.
secret weapon.
Let's go, Iva.
Where to?
I don't know. This was our last stop. We're going to headquarters. I hope there weren't more dialogue options before I left. Oh well.
Before we reach HQ, let's summarize our investigation so far.
So about So.
There is only circumstantial evidence linking So Sejima to the new Cyclops serial killings.
I agree, but there has to be more to it.
So he's definitely hiding something.
Kumakuras had connections to both victims. So has a connection to the Kumakuras. There's a common link there. They have to be involved somehow. So also might have connections to Iris.
Because So appeared in Iris's somnium?
Yeah.
I am more interested in the hired guns that So uses as bodyguards. I did some research and discovered that Mr. Sejima hires substantial security. If all of his security staff are this heavily armed, Yakuza gangs pale in comparison.
Definitely. Also, I like how it's just like, yeah, he has like he has so many security staff, and it's just like we saw the one man's. There wasn't even anybody in the background off in the distance. It's just like, yep, this one man's is in charge of defending this senator.
Is So trying to start trouble?
Unknown, but there is definitely more than he is letting on.
Absolutely. About Mizuki?
Mizuki did not have any new information about Okiura Fishery.
Nope.
Currently, it seems there is nothing linking that company to Renju.
Still, something's not right.
About Mayumi.
Mayumi is suffering from dementia. If Mayumi followed Ota and Iris, it is highly likely that she saw the person in the polar bear costume. But...
She might not remember.
correct.
I don't even know if she did follow them. I'm exhausted.
Likely because you haven't had a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been this busy.
If my body were made of flesh, I would offer my lap as a pillow.
What? You can't say something like that out of the blue. Now
Why
it's
not?
awkward.
You're the one that made it awkward by saying it's awkward.
There is an important piece of news.
What is it?
The Odoroki Man chocolate found at the warehouse.
What?
Fingerprints were found on it.
Whose?
Mayumi Matsushida's.
Oh.
What?
Mayumi bought the chocolate at the convenience store 812 on Koshu. This was captured on security footage. 812 stores are commonly called 8s. 8 is not far from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
Hold on a second. I'm having trouble keeping the facts straight.
Allow me to summarize.
Please.
The chocolate was purchased yesterday at 10:33 p.m.
That's the same time Ota stole that car.
Correct.
What conclusions can we draw from that?
Unknown. All that is known for certain is that Mayumi bought the chocolate at an 8 store last night. And that same chocolate somehow ended up in the warehouse.
Did she go there and drop it?
It is possible.
Well...
Sorry
That's an
to
interesting
interrupt your
development.
brainstorming, but there's a call from the boss.
Connect me.
Date, did you hear that Iris's operation is over?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I heard about it at the hospital.
Oh yeah.
She made it, right?
Yes, but she's still unconscious. She's currently in the ICU. No visitors allowed.
All right.
Ota, however, seems like he can talk now.
He's out of treatment?
Yeah, he's in a general ward now.
Got it. I'll head over.
I'll meet you there.
Iris had to have done something to her. Because if I'm thinking of it from that perspective, she was kind of moving at the same pace. Like if we say that she was in the polar bear outfit, she was moving at the same pace when she was leaving. So I feel like what about a polar bear? It's this whole thing. So with that
How are you feeling, Ota?
So with the pink-haired girl, Iris, she was strapped to an ice cutting machine, I believe is what they called it. And this person dressed up as a polar bear walked over and activated it and then walked off screen, and then this kid ran up and then turned the machine off and then ran off screen to fight the polar bear. And at first it's just oh yeah, he just dressed up as a polar bear, did this, and then got out of the costume and was like, no, I'll save you, because when we first meet him, he made fake Twitter accounts to cause to create fake hate towards this idol girl, which is the pink-haired girl, and then to defend her all at once. So, you know, we have it in our mind of like, oh yeah, he would totally just put her in danger and then live stream the thing and then save her to make him seem like he's this huge hero when in reality he put her in danger. But now it's this whole development of like the polar bear might have been his mom who has dementia, but I feel like there's more layers to it. Trying to make his own brownie points, yeah.
You know, surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still under anesthesia, so I don't have any pain.
All right, that's good.
Ota, I'm sorry to put this on you right after your surgery, but can you talk to us for a minute?
Boss got right to business after introducing herself. I don't know why, but Ota seemed almost happy to answer. Maybe it was the drugs. Maybe it was the high from surviving a life or death situation. Or maybe it was because he saved Iris.
Yeah, sure.
That, or he's getting the attention that he wanted for his fake situation. Who stabbed you?
Were you watching the stream?
It was off the screen, you nerd.
A big polar bear.
Yes, I'm talking about who was inside. Did you see them?
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not her
No.
mom that was the polar bear. So
Whoever
might
it was
have been his
probably
mom.
wearing that costume to hide their identity.
About the walk.
Oh yeah. You hit me over the head with that walk, didn't you?
Oh, that was... I thought I needed to protect Tessa, so...
Isn't there something you want to say to me?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But you're not gonna get a second chance.
I won't do it again. I swear on Ganesha.
You should swear to a god that's a little closer, kid.
About that thing on Nile.
That's... Sorry. I promised that I wouldn't tell anyone.
Then I'll tell Iris about your fake accounts. You know what happens after that, right? Everything you built up here is gonna come crashing down.
Yeah. What you gonna do about that?
But I can't tell you.
Why not? Calm down and think about it. The criminal who attacked Iris is still out there. Iris might have seen the criminal's face. Whoever did this might come back to kill her.
No.
If you want to protect her, the fastest way is for us to catch this guy. But to do that, I need information.
Okay.
About that thing.
Remember when I told you about my day Saturday? I kind of lied a little.
Probably a lot.
What did you lie about?
When I got to Sunfish Pocket, I saw a sign that said the place was all rented out. That part is true. But after that, I said I went home, but I didn't. I was hanging out in Akihabara for a few hours.
Is that when you bought your new phone?
Yeah,
Why did you hide that?
because something happened after.
I'm gonna ask about the chocolate first. I took the chocolate out of my pocket and showed it to Ota.
Does this jog your memory?
Oh, that.
What? Do you know something about it? You don't have to show me the thermograph. It's written all over his face.
His guilty little face.
Absolutely.
His stinky face. What happened after you left Matsushita Diner?
You mean after hitting you with the walk?
Yeah.
Yes.
I took Tessa in the van and we ran away. I drove for a while, then we decided to take a breather. I parked the car at Famisto on Koshu. I told Tessa I was gonna go in and buy something to drink. I got out of the car, and I went inside. But then, I heard Tessa screaming, "Ota, help!" I ran out of the store as fast as I could, but the car was driving away! I looked around, and I saw there was a car with its engine still on, and...
The station wagon, right?
Yeah. Before I even realized what I was doing, I was behind the steering wheel. I didn't mean to steal it. I just needed to borrow it.
The time was 10:33 p.m. Now we know why Ota stole the station wagon.
Kind of makes sense, but I don't believe him.
I took the car, then drove out onto Koshu, but
Seems sus.
I couldn't find the van anywhere. I searched for what felt like hours.
You didn't contact the police?
I thought after I hit you.
You shouldn't have worried about that.
But that's all that I was thinking at the time. I thought that if I called the cops, they'd arrest me.
I mean,
I
valid
wasn't
worry.
thinking clearly. I was panicking. And that's why I didn't realize it right away.
Realize what?
My phone. I left my new phone in the car.
Oof.
Why's that so important?
Because the phone had GPS on it. If I looked it up, I would find the location of the van.
Smart.
Big
so
brain
I
move.
drove as fast as I could to an internet cafe and looked it up. That's when I found out my new phone was at a warehouse near the water. You know the rest.
After running into the warehouse?
Did you see me turn off the saw?
Yeah, but everything after that was off screen. What happened?
I honestly don't remember much. My mind went blank. I remember rushing the bear, and I think I was fighting him for a while. And we got tangled up, and then before I knew it, he got me in the stomach with a knife.
Boss is standing on the other side of the bed. Okay, I wanted to see if maybe she had something to say. The identity
Just to
of the
make
polar
absolutely certain, you didn't see who was in the suit?
No, I didn't.
Voice? Body type?
Nothing. Sorry.
Anything at all you can remember?
I'm sorry, I told you everything. I can't think of anything else.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Date, look.
Oh,
You-
come on.
You don't have to show me a thermal
After all
scan.
this, what is he trying to hide?
Anyway, about that thing.
This must have been about 8:50. I was going to cross the intersection in Akiba, and I saw Mr. Okiura's car at the light. But when I got close, I saw Tessa driving it.
Iris was driving it?
She doesn't have a license. Oh. May move the cursor.
Whoa! You surprised me!
Bikurishita.
I'm more surprised than you are. Is something wrong?
What do you mean? Hey, Tessa, do you have a license?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. Not have one.
You don't have a license?
Shh. Mr. Okiura asked me to run an errand. I had to borrow his car. Please don't tell anyone.
Okay.
So that thing was just an innocent
promise?
driving without a license.
Anything for you.
Wow. You guys got in so much trouble over
After
this
that,
silly little
the
thing.
light turned green and she drove off.
Was Iris the only one in the car?
Yeah, it was just her. That's what I meant by that thing. An idle driving without a license is a huge deal. So I kept quiet.
Yeah, that's the least of our worries right now, Ota.
Saturday at 6:15 p.m., Ota saw Iris and Renju together. They were leaving the Sunfish Pocket building. 2.5 hours later, Ota witnessed Iris driving Renju's car. What are your thoughts?
This is sounding really bad for Iris.
Very much so.
But consider the current circumstances. Iris had her left eye taken out by a criminal who is possibly the new Cyclops killer. And if Ota had not reached her in time, she would have been killed.
What is going on here?
Date, Ota is acting strange.
So before it seemed to be like divorcees, but now it's kind of going in a line of like, so the mom got moited, and then the moida got moited, and then the morta of him almost got moited. So it's just a never-ending loop. However, it seems to be on pause at the moment.
I advise caution.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? X-ray. Do you have a knife? He has a knife?
I don't believe it.
He's holding a knife.
Why does he have that?
In a hospital.
In any case, you know what you have to do now.
Gun.
I know.
Let me go! Let me go!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Shut up! Just let me go!
Oh.
Sleeping gas. Now you've done it. I can't question him like this.
But you can still get information
Oh.
inside his head.
I see. I see. Forcibly popping into his brain. I hope the nurses are okay with this.
Dante, as you know, the limit is 6 minutes. Please, do not go over it.
Okay.
Won't be a problem.
I'll do my best.
Are you sure this is okay? Ota just came out of surgery.
If anything happens, I'll take responsibility.
But
I mean,
Fine. Just get it done.
you did use the sleeping gas on him, so it is your
Good enough
fault.
for me.
Okay. It's brain time. Okay. A box. Oh, it's a big box.
Can you please take me with you?
Oh,
As long as I have Wi-Fi, I don't need anything else.
sorry, we can't have pets.
no.
Cold-hearted old man.
She just wants to tweet
Is
from her
this
little
Cold
box.
storage warehouse?
Seems to be.
Not a manga cafe? Or an otaku shop?
Weird.
No, but a warehouse is a commonly used location in live-action dramas.
That's
You
true.
know a lot.
Predicting this, I did some research on Ota's taste.
He's a big old weeb.
See. By the way, are you smaller?
Either that, or everything else is bigger. Interesting.
Hey, that's...
Slightly
Virus is
different
about to
in
be-
this world.
Stop right there! The heavens call. The earth cries out. The crowds roar. All calling on me to strike back against evil. Hold on, Tessa. I will save you.
Oh, I was really hoping you would have a Common Rider mask.
I will protect Tessa.
Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
This is Ota's memory of it. It appears to be a bit exaggerated.
Alright, let's help reproduce the memory.
Somnium scan! Activate!
He's such a big nerd. Okay, how many we got this time? 2, 3. They look so smug there. 4. Okay, there's only 4 mental locks. That's good. Relive Ota's memories. Reproduce the fiery battle between Ota and the polar bear. Save Iris. Save the world.
Curse you, polar bear! I will vanquish you! But if I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall! Like this. Damn it! If I go in like that, I'll have nothing to show for it! All of it amounts to nothing. What will I do?
Just go around it, Ota.
I don't know what that was exactly, but the knowledge you gained might be useful.
I did not want to use my local storage space for this.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tiny. Okay, so we need to save, so that way we can come back at an easier moment. Oh gosh, it doesn't give us all that many save files. Okay, so... Oh, we're not at the branching path yet. Heated insulated door. Oh, maybe this might work? Never mind! Those all take way too long. Okay, icy floor.
The ice on the floor is slick.
Oh gosh. Why did all of these take a million years? There's nothing really to help.
The door.
Let's try opening it. I don't think she will. I think I'm wasting my time here.
It won't open. We need to do something inside the warehouse first.
Okay.
Agent Dante, you've got 4
The ice
Oh
on
gosh,
the floor
that
is
used up.
slick.
Okay. Okay, we'll use this timey and we will punch it maybe?
This is for Dante! This is for Dante! This is for Dante!
What did the ice do to me?
Those who don't fight won't survive! Ah!
Poses! Okay, here's where the branching path is. Okay. I feel bad I wasted so much time on the door.
He's too strong! It sucks, but this is war after all! Tessa, may the glory of victory be yours!
It's over.
I suppose we have no choice but to find the glory of victory.
Okay, we've got a whole bunch of plates. Shining light, escort him to... Oh. Well, the thing was over here. So maybe we escort him over here.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over.
Ooh. We'll breathe on it? I'm glad that worked.
Yeah, D's don't really do it for me. They have to be at least an F.
There is no end to your desire.
That's it!
Oh, back to work.
There seems to be nothing here.
Okay, that didn't bring him over at all.
3 minutes, Dante.
Oil drum?
An oil drum. though it is lying down.
Roll it? Did that get your attention, Ota?
Aset? What is this?
I hope that's sending him to the right place.
No, I don't want to die. I eventually stopped thinking. That's Tessa! Stand your ground! Oda Matsushita cowers to no one!
It's a mystery tool that'll help us. Show him the letter A on the drum.
I have to fight back with something!
Okay. So, go over here. Remote control.
A remote control. It fell when Ota ran into the shelf.
Oh gosh. We should... investigate, perhaps?
This remote control is for the crane.
Okay, it's for the crane. So we can pick him up with it. Yeah, okay. That'll work.
You have less
A
than
remote
2 minutes.
control.
Hurry.
I'm sorry! Doing my best! I'm pressing the button!
Nothing is happening.
Maybe there's no power.
Oh, heck, there's... We're gonna have to redo this one, I think.
It appears to be a power panel.
Just pray for it. I'm gonna throw something.
This is an ice-cold one.
Iba, aim for the switch.
Do it! You can do it, Iba!
Position target in the center and hit the switch. Position target in the center and hit the switch.
That is the camera angle, alright. You did it, Iba! Turned on the power. Okay.
Now it will move!
Whoa!
I can't stand. I'm weak.
It's okay, Ota. I'm coming.
Did he really help Iris like that?
Regardless of the truth, right now, I am Ota's last hope. I have to help him up.
This is annoying.
Man, I should watch some Kamen Rider after stream. I started watching
a remote
W
control.
or double. I can't quite remember which one it is. Press the button. But it's very fun.
I hear some sounds, but no response.
No! Oh, because
I'm
it's
not
stuck.
sure I should press it. Ota might need to.
Yeah, Ota.
Ota.
Ota looks frightened.
Hurry.
He cannot
Doing
stand.
my best. Oh gosh. Wait, a lot of these are similar. Cheer?
Ota will feel the worth of Iris's peace when he grasps it.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't run away now. I can't sacrifice Tessa.
Yeah.
Awaken the soul.
Come on, Ota, you got this. Please do it in under a minute, though.
Maybe this!
Oh! I guess we should check on your mom after this. See if she has a serious leg injury right now. Or hip injury.
Date, you've hit the limit. Time's up.
Wait, I can almost make out their face.
How?
Computer, force shutdown.
Stop! Stop it!
Oh. Oh gosh. That's more blood than you had around you, Ota, I think. I feel like I went the wrong path. Ooh! We were so close! Well, that was just the default. Since the cutscene was like, you're almost out of time! Gotta get you out of there! Yeah, I almost feel like I messed up earlier on in there.
What were you thinking? You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes.
I'm sorry!
Any longer and you risk getting your mind completely taken over by the
Jeez,
subject.
sorry, Mom.
I know.
No, you clearly don't. This isn't just about you, Date. If your consciousness erodes inside of Somnium, you put the subject in danger as well.
If I may?
If I may, before you may, Pewter, did we dress him? He was still in his hospital gown when we were going in Somnium. Now he's in his regular clothes. When did this happen?
Fortunately, there were no abnormalities detected in the brainwaves after the sync. Date and Ota both read normal. Although, the timing was really close.
What was I supposed to do? You saw it, boss. You too, Pewter. I was about to see the culprit's face.
Not necessarily. We need to verify that Ota did in fact see the culprit's face. That's the only way it could have ended
Hello,
up in
Rocket
Somnium.
Time. How you doing?
Well, Ota,
Huh?
you saw the killer's face at the warehouse, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see their face. If I did, I would have told you guys already.
You see?
I mean, I did try to get a look at them when the polar bear fell over. They looked like they were knocked out, so I tried to grab the head part. But as soon as I did, I got stabbed in my gut.
That is what we witnessed in his Somnium.
Yeah.
I'm like slowly trying to connect dots. But I don't think I'm anywhere close to the big picture. Let me see. Offer a genuine apology.
I know it was dangerous to sink past the time limit. That was my fault, and I'm sorry.
Are you really sorry?
Yes.
Then you owe me some Dom P at my favorite club in Kabukicho.
Oh.
Or you can lick my shoes. Either or.
What is Dom P? I vowed to never apologize for anything ever again. Boss looks more upset than angry right now. About my brainwaves and Ota's.
It's all right. As I mentioned earlier, both your brainwaves are normal. However, I'm sure there was some overload. You should go home and get some rest.
Okay. It's probably not gonna happen, but okay. Why were you holding the knife in your room?
Because I was scared.
Scared?
Doing good. I'm very mad with you, doctor. They're taking sweet time with time results. Oh no! Hopefully it's not a super serious thing. Or if it is a super serious thing, it turns out to not be that. Hopefully. But hopefully you'll be okay, Rocket.
The killer could come here to finish the job.
But you didn't get a good look at their face, right?
But they don't know that. I had it prepared just in case. You know what I'm talking about, right, Date? Preparing in advance in case you might need it?
I suppose.
Like making sure your room is nice and clean before you go to a party.
What?
Oh, sorry. You probably don't have any experience with that.
Why?
I have more experience than you.
Why do you need your room to be clean before you go to a party? What? Anyway, how are you feeling?
I've been better. I'm still a little drowsy.
What about your stab wound?
My what? Oh, it hurts. It started acting up suddenly. Ow! It's because you grabbed me and forced me to come here, Date!
Don't blame me, that was Boss.
Yeah.
I'll sue you for this!
Oh, come on.
Or, how about this? Get me one of the straws Tessa used, and I won't sue you.
What?
I see Ota is back to his healthy self.
Guess so.
Yeah. Anyway, about the hook in the polar bear's leg.
Ota, let me ask you something. When you were fighting the polar bear back at the warehouse, did the crane hook get stuck on the polar bear's leg?
Now that you mention it, maybe it did.
Maybe?
It's like I told you. I don't really remember much. With all the tension and excitement and fear and adrenaline, my mind just went blank. But now that we're talking about it, I remember. Yeah, no doubt about it. The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg. And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
Date, I checked all of the hospitals in the metropolitan area. None have a record of a patient admitted after 3 a.m. with a wound to the left leg.
If what I saw in Somnium is how it happened in real life, that was a deep wound.
So he really did fight off the bear.
He
I guess
definitely
so.
would have needed first aid.
Perhaps a friend or accomplice helped them.
You think there are multiple killers?
That is not
Probably.
what I said. They
Maybe?
may have helped the culprit, but not necessarily been involved in the crimes.
I relayed the information to Boss and Pewter.
So we
question,
know
were
that
there
the
any
culprit has a
more-
deep wound on their
Any
left
more
leg.
missing eyes? No. We just started a little bit ago, so it's still Iris is the latest missing eye.
That information could be crucial in catching them.
Date, get out there. Look for people with an injured left leg.
I'm on it.
How exactly?
Can't you just go ask around or something?
Are you serious? Do you know how many people live in this city?
Oh, why are we dizzy?
What?
Date, what is the matter?
Have we slept at all recently?
Date!
Are you all right?
It's like I feel like we haven't slept at all recently. At least we got home. Why are you gonna insult me again? Dante, no
Hey.
yawn.
This is
Oh, you're alive.
Mizuki? What happened?
You drank too much at the club and passed out.
Liar. I remember everything until I collapsed in the control room.
You did something dangerous during the sink last night, didn't you? Your brain got overloaded and you passed out. That's what Pewter and Boss said.
You met them?
They brought you over.
That makes
They
sense.
said to let you sleep it off because you were tired from the investigation.
Don't you have school?
I'm off today.
Why? Today's Tuesday, you should have school.
You really can be an insensitive jerk, can't you? Taking the day off for mourning.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I see.
Anyway, about this Adora rabbit. Give it to Mizuki on her birthday. Where's Ota?
He probably went back to the hospital.
Boss told Mizuki about Ota being synced. And about what happened at the cold storage warehouse.
Why did she tell her all that?
Mizuki was asking about the status of the investigation. The girl has lost both her parents.
I think Iris losing her eye was from not getting some clues fast enough. Probably, yeah. Because I went through her somnium, and like after I went through it, it's just like, I feel like I did a bad. I feel like I went the wrong way. And so that's probably a sign that I did. Did Boss and Pewter say anything?
Oh, Dante's brain is rotting away. He won't last long now. You should probably prepare for a funeral soon.
So they told you I'm completely fine, huh?
I detect no noticeable damage to your brain. You should not have any issue continuing the investigation.
Time to get back to the investigation.
Hey, will you take me with you?
I told you yesterday, Mizuki. I won't put you in danger like that.
But you're close to catching the culprit, right? The killer has an injury on their left leg. Boss said you need to find them. Let me help you.
No, you stay here.
Date, don't you know how I feel? My parents are dead. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Date, please.
Okay. You just gotta be safe, okay, Mizuki? Mizuki.
Date, consider Mizuki's feelings. She is lonely. Mizuki has not been with Renju and Shoko for 4 years. But clearly, she still feels a bond to them. A bond that was broken by the murderer. With her parents gone, Mizuki has almost no one. She can only depend on one person now. You know to whom I am referring.
Let Mizuki, or tell Mizuki that you'll take her with you.
Yeah. Come
Fine,
on, Mizuki.
let's go.
You're gonna take me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Date.
Now let's go find him, Moidua.
I got up, grabbed the towel from the sink, and tossed it at Mizuki.
Here, wipe your tears. We're heading out.
Mizuki quickly dabbed her eyes with the towel and smiled weakly.
Date, I must admit, I am at a disadvantage.
There's a 95% chance I know who the killer is.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
The clue that the culprit is injured on their left leg does not help me narrow down suspects significantly.
We need to revisit the scene. It's possible that we might find the culprit at one of the crime scenes.
Or ask around the city for further information.
Oh gosh. We got the park, we got the shrine. Have we been to the shrine yet? I don't think we have. I mean, that was maybe where we were training? Man, we have so many places to go. But like the two places that I could think. Let's go to the cold storage warehouse, I suppose. We didn't find much there last time, but maybe we'll find something now. We just get there and Iba's just like, why are we here?
This is where Iris and Ota almost got killed, right? It gives me goosebumps.
You scared? That's rare. You need to chill.
You need to get better jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Chill, meaning both cold and relax. A pun intended.
Don't explain it, it's embarrassing. Ota was down around here, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay, so this is Ota's blood.
The bloodstains there must belong to Ota.
Correct.
No, wait. That's where the polar bear's leg was pierced by the hook.
Anyway, what's your name?
Oh, wait. I remember. It was Kagami, right?
What did you say?
Oh, sorry, my fault. Must be mistaken.
No, you're exactly right. Wow.
What's the matter with you?
Sorry, I just get so emotional sometimes.
Aww.
Date, this guy is kind of weird.
You're right, Mizuki. Stay away.
Huh? What?
There are a lot of weirdos out there. If you get a bad feeling, trust your instincts and don't get too close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Hey.
It's like, what if it's Mizuki? Or not Mizuki. If it's Kagami. Do you like your line of work?
Well, I don't dislike it. Of course, depending on the case, sometimes it does get pretty discouraging. But that just makes the job all the more important, right? It means it really makes a difference in the world.
You're a great guy.
You should learn from him.
Do you know why I do this job? What keeps me going?
I heard you became a cop so you could steal underwear from the gym and not get in trouble.
Oh my god.
Who told you that? I'll show them trouble.
That was my personal secret. You must be exhausted.
This might sound weird coming from me, but don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Thank you for caring. It means a lot.
Anyway, what's your name?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I just totally forgot.
Date, sir?
What is it?
This is how it's supposed to be. A man like you doesn't have to remember the names of people like me.
But we're co-workers. We both work for the MPD. Isn't it rude to not remember your name?
No, not at all. It has to be this way.
All right, if you say so.
Any leads?
No, not so far.
Anyways, what's your name? Oh, we see each other a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe in a previous life we...
Taro. You must be Taro, right?
No, I'm not Taro.
Maybe in a previous life? The inspector is looking over something. Okay.
Date, I've analyzed the blood.
Oh, right.
The blood stain here is not from a single person.
Oh.
2 different blood types are present. One of them is most likely Ota's. The other...
Hey, do you have DNA forensics on that blood stain?
Of course, yeah. I already sent it to the lab to be analyzed. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Let's go to the lab.
Why are you waiting?
Because that blood is from Ota Matsushida's wound, right? I didn't think there was any need to rush the results.
Tell them we need it analyzed urgently. Highest priority.
Right now.
The culprit's blood is mixed with Ota's.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Could also probably get samples from the hook.
We're making progress.
Yeah.
If this goes well, we can identify the criminal with a single test.
Hopefully. Might make it a
It
little
might
tricky.
take some time for the results to come out. No point waiting here. We might as well check somewhere else.
Yeah. Might as well explore. I want to look at the hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. The hook that pierced the polar bear's left leg. Okay. So... Still can't go to the cafe. Okay, let's go to the shrine, I suppose. Get a new scenery. And it's on a Tuesday. Tuesday.
Huh? Why are we at the shrine?
No.
Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
No,
Maybe.
I don't believe in God.
Oh.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
And don't call me a teen. You're 12.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
Oh.
That's not even remotely similar.
So why are we really here?
I don't know.
I sometimes come here when an investigation stalls.
I guess
It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here.
Oh.
This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
Valid.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
No.
Same thing.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
Let's see.
Why do these dog statues always have one with its mouth open and one with its mouth closed?
Good question. Maybe the one with his mouth open is going, ah, and the one with his mouth closed is going, You're the one who asked.
Mom. About your training.
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah. It's been a while since we came here last.
I have nothing more to teach you. Let us see the results of your training.
Leave it to me!
One's a nerd, one's not. But also, one always tells the truth and the other one lies.
Begin!
So you'll never know which one's the actual nerd. Yeah, she's gonna destroy those bullies.
How's that?
Well, this is on you.
What are you two doing?
Mizuki, run for it!
We gotta get out of here. Cute. Ooh. A stone monument. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it.
What does it say?
When riding on a train, people on opposite sides of the car doors shouldn't stare at each other. That's what it says.
That is definitely a lie.
Well, then you read it. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it. Okay. Anything else? There has to be something else, because we can't really... Oh, let's... There's a chozuya. Chozuya, you wash your hands and your face here. No. Thought maybe we could do that. The offering
Hey,
box.
Mizuki, do you think you could fit your hand into the box there?
Date!
Hey, Date! Are you really a cop?
The offering box. The and guardian dogs. Okay, maybe we have more to talk about. About the bullies.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to
They're
pry.
dead now.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things.
Wow, what weenies.
So I broke all their front teeth.
Good.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, Date. Come on.
Let's, yes, drag him to the shrine. Is the bell supposed to sound like that? You always have to check to see if your hand can fit in the box. No. That way you can get the big stack of bills in the
What did you
offering
ask
box.
for?
To leave this boring place as soon as possible. And you?
It's a secret.
Aww.
When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
That's true.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
Wow.
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh? Anyway, where to next?
Let's see. A rope hanging from the
Mr.
bell.
Bell?
Mrs. Bell.
I see you two are getting along well.
Okay. I guess we'll go to the park. I'm not sure why we're going back here, but maybe we'll find something new. Just in case.
I remember telling you before. That Bloom Park is an important part of my memories. Before it shut down, I came here a lot with Daddy and Mom. They fought a lot. But sometimes they got along. Whenever we were here, it was one of those sometimes days. I remember it clearly. I was just a little girl, but it was so rare to see them laughing together. That's why I remember it so well. I remember riding the merry-go-round like this. Mom was standing right next to me. She was holding me, so I wouldn't fall.
This is so sweet. And look, this is the horse that she died on, I think. Maybe it was one of the other ones. Did you go on any other rides?
I couldn't get on many of them because I was so little. But I did ride the Ferris wheel. And the panda ride.
Nice.
They're kinda tame now, but at the time they were really fun. I was having so much fun, it felt wrong. Like it was too good to be true.
Have you come here before with friends?
Other than last Friday? Nope. I haven't. This place has been off limits for almost a decade. Even if it wasn't, I don't think I would want to come back here.
Why is that?
Yeah.
How can I explain it? I guess I just wanted to keep that memory beautiful. I didn't want to ruin it or replace it with another. But in the end, it was replaced with the worst memory possible.
Yeah. Kinda sucks. Where was Renju when you were on the horse? Probably
Daddy
off
was on the
thing.
outside taking pictures of me and Mom.
Yeah, that makes
He
sense.
was on the other side of the fence with an old camera. Every time we passed in front of him, Mom and I
that's
would
the
wave
one.
our hands. We sound like a happy family, huh?
He must have gotten good pictures.
No, actually.
Oh.
We tried developing them at the park, but they came out all blurry and out of focus.
Rip.
But Mom wasn't mad or upset or anything. She just started laughing. That might have been the first and last time the three of us laughed out loud together.
I didn't say anything as Mizuki climbed down from the horse. Then she asked me something strange.
Hey, Date.
Yeah?
How do you define family?
Define it? You mean like being blood related?
That would mean you and I could never be family.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's okay.
It's okay.
This is what I think. A family is a perfectly ordinary relationship in the most ordinary way.
Huh?
Like, you say, I'm home, and you get a welcome home back. Doing those ordinary things automatically, without even thinking about it, is what a family is. That's why maybe me and Mom and Daddy weren't able to be a family. Our whole lives, we never could be ordinary. Even if I tried my hardest to be normal, it would just be awkward. Eventually, I got tired of trying.
Mizuki.
I killed them.
What?
No.
I killed Mom and Daddy.
No, you didn't. Don't blame yourself for this. What are you saying?
I was never a good girl.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
were.
listen to Mom. I couldn't do ordinary things. That's why Mom hit me. And why Mom and Daddy didn't get along. And why they got divorced. Then Mom had to start working. And start doing business with dangerous people. If I was just a good girl, Mom wouldn't have been killed. All of this, is all my fault.
Going by that rule, my family isn't a fan. That's fair.
Why me?
Hey, haven't you had enough?
Why me?
I'm not married, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's not just you, right? Doesn't every family have a tough time raising children?
Our child is abnormal.
Abnormal?
Ever since she was a baby, no child should cry at night as much as she did. No child should dislike buggy rides that much. No child should ask to be picked up and hugged all the time.
What the heck,
She's
ma'am?
still abnormal even now. Other children would have learned to clean up after themselves by now. They would be studying, going to bed on time, waking up on time. Yet why is my little girl?
She sounds like a normal kid to me.
Yeah.
Maybe the problem isn't with Mizuki. Maybe it's you.
Yeah.
I'm doing more than anyone.
Well, maybe you're doing the wrong stuff,
Our child
ma'am.
is stupid, brain dead, abnormal.
I'll beat you up.
Date, honey, you can't work her up like that.
You're already dead. You have what was coming to you. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Mama. What do you think?
I think she's loaded. Let her get this off her chest.
You should scold her.
Hey, Shoko, no. There, I scolded her.
Mama. Saying this is Date.
You sure you aren't drinking too much, honey?
That, I don't know.
If you pass out, there's no way I can control her.
Fair enough. Mama is polishing the bonito as usual. Bonito? A refrigerator. Okay. She didn't have a childhood, right? Poor Mizuki. Did this lady have all of these bottles? Ma'am, I think you had quite enough. You had enough a few bottles ago. You've had twice too much. Where is Mizuki now?
Sleeping at home, not knowing that her mother is crying her eyes out because of her.
Well, it's not her fault, ma'am. Do you want to call it a night?
What? Why?
Because you're being...
I finally get some time to myself and you want to end it?
Date, really? Just let her talk a little
Oh my
longer.
god. Why are you making me seem like the bad guy? Jeez.
I quit my job for that girl. I threw away the career that I built with my own hands. I raised my child at the expense of my own life. But one little slap.
Are you hitting your kid?
There's nothing I can do. I have no choice.
I
know you should never raise your hand to a child. I know that. But I have a good reason.
Okay.
She doesn't listen to me. So what
Oh
else
my
am I
God.
supposed to do?
Oh my god.
What the hell do you mean, what am I supposed to do?
Ma'am, if you weren't already dead by the very beginning of this game...
That's no reason to hit a child.
So of course she starts crying. And it's so irritating that I have to hit her again to get her to stop.
Oh my god!
And Mizuki cries and cries some more. Why are you crying? If you're gonna cry, why didn't you just listen to me in the first place?
Ma'am, you deserved a more painful death. I'm sorry, you deserved a worse death than what you got. You got off so easy. You got off way easier than you deserved. Ma'am, I am so angry at her right now.
Then I wouldn't have to hit you.
Oh.
Stupid Mizuki. Stupid girl. It's not my fault. Everything is her fault.
No.
Have you talked to Renju about this?
I'm trying. I'm trying harder than anyone.
Why
Why doesn't anyone see that? Why doesn't anyone understand?
Everything is hurting me. I'm the
Yeah,
victim.
I'll talk to Renju about this.
My goodness.
It was my misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I thought that mothers love their children unconditionally. But some mothers just can't do that. Well, no. Maybe she does love her. But she has a hard time of it. Shoko was never hugged by her mother. Not because her mother wasn't around. She was raised to never develop a sensitivity to affection. No hugs, no piggyback rides, nothing.
No, that's a
Maybe
shame.
That's why she doesn't know how to love Mizuki.
Probably.
When an animal raised in captivity gives birth, sometimes it just doesn't know how to raise its young. It's just like that.
See, you sound like you have a good head on your shoulders. What do you think?
Why are you asking me about raising a child?
Oh.
Yeah, good point.
Really? You're not even going to say, "Oh no, Mama, you'd be a great mother."
What time do you close tonight?
When you two are done talking.
Oh, okay, fair.
That's when I'll close up.
Okay.
Sorry about this.
Are we like way past your hours, Mama? I'm sorry. Did you lose weight?
I'm not going to let you set up a joke.
Oh.
Listen to Ren's story.
Okay. As someone without parenting skills, I'm smart enough to know I should have kids, but she doesn't, and yet she has a child. Yeah. It's just like the people in the world that are like that. I probably shouldn't say my opinion about them. I will get too angry. I do feel bad about Shoko and how much of a
But
she
that
is.
doesn't mean she's blameless in all this.
Absolutely
Someone
not.
has to put a stop to it.
If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago.
What about counseling?
I did recommend that. She told me, "I'm not sick. Why should I go see a doctor? Mizuki is the problem. Mizuki is the sick one."
I don't even want to say sorry your mom is dead. It's just like, you're welcome that your mom is dead. Maybe it's best if Mizuki and Shoko are separated. Absolutely.
No, Mizuki would never leave Shoko. She wouldn't hear of it. Mizuki and Shoko are practically attached at the hip.
Even with all of the hitting?
Yes. Even if she's abused on a daily basis, even if she's treated like garbage, maybe Mizuki is hungry for love. She craves praise and attention and physical affection. She wants it from her mother. That's why she's so attached.
Meanwhile, her mom is a... Couldn't you step in and take over the parenting?
I have a company now.
Lemniscate.
We're at a crucial stage of development. I can't take even a single second out of my day to deal with a kid.
Hey, that's your daughter you're talking about. Maybe because you two can't cooperate on raising a child, Shoko is having trouble coping.
That might be it. Maybe this is partially my fault.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. You two are both awful parents.
But mostly Shoko. Who up eyeing the...
I knew about the whole thing.
Hello, Fuzzball. How you doing? Or
That's why
Fubzo,
4 years
sorry.
ago, I decided to start taking care of Mizuki. Mizuki, you did nothing wrong. Don't blame yourself.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. Not one single thing was your fault.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm having fun with this game so far.
I feel like we're probably not going for the best ending because I feel like I messed up in Iris's part. But you know, we'll get the ending we get. Let's see. I guess we'll show up at Lemniscate. I can't think of much to do here, but. Because both of the people that we would meet here are in the hospital. Hi, boobs. By the way, what's your cups?
Oh, 2.
Well, of course it would be 2 cups.
3 cups would be a nightmare.
Date, why are you asking that?
Have you seen anyone with an injured left leg?
No, sorry. But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab.
What?
What? Sounds horrifying.
Man, there's not really anything else for us to do. Anyway, Mizuki. Do you have any memories of Renji here? Hey, Iris
Sometimes
is no
we would
longer
talk
an
when I
idol,
came
so
over to
she's
hang out.
dating.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Wait.
Nothing special.
Wait.
The usual.
Oh, I guess she... I guess she wouldn't really be able to be an idol with a missing eye, would she? I mean, they could give her like a cute eye patch. They could give her like a cute cat-shaped eye patch.
The usual?
Are you doing well? Have you been eating right?
Huh. So that's the usual.
About the person with the injured leg.
Mizuki, could you go to the office? Ask them if they've seen anyone with an injured left leg.
Got it.
Meanwhile, I'll still here and talk to the receptionist. Mizuki ran into the office. After a while, she returned dejected.
Looks like it didn't go well.
No.
Won't touch her too big.
Oh, this is embarrassing. But okay.
Okay.
Seriously? Really?
Yep.
I sprinted to the desk. Then she sealed her mouth shut tight and puffed out her cheeks. I poked them with the tip of my finger. They were surprisingly
Dante,
soft.
what are you doing?
Sorry, what?
Does this have anything to do with the investigation?
Yes.
No.
No. Mizuki punched me in the gut and dragged me back to where I was. Let's go to Atami together.
Huh? What?
What are you doing?
I don't know. Oh wait. I think I saw this was like a joke ending, right? we'll save over this file afterwards. Let's go to Atami together.
I'm putting the investigation on hold. I'm going to Atami with her.
I don't know what Atami is.
I've made up my mind. You can't stop me.
Yeah!
Side effects of the medication. This is acute brain failure.
Oh no. Let's go to Atami together.
Wait, are you serious?
I don't even know where we're going.
Look like I'm joking?
Let's go to Atami together.
Date, you're being annoying again.
Do you know how angry I can get, Date?
I don't even know what Atami is. Is it a love hotel?
Let's go to Atami.
Okay.
I took her hand and let her out of Lemnis Gate. I left Aiba behind. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. Wait, what? Thus concludes the case of the new Cyclops serial serial killer. Goodbye, police officer life. Hello, Atami Shizuoka. I decided to begin life anew as a carnival worker in the hot springs town. The end. Aw. I was hoping there would be more to that. But that's fun. No? Oh, there are still mysteries left unsolved. The real culprit incident 6 years ago in Date's past. The story's branching points are insomnia. Use the flowchart to jump to a branching point in insomnium. It may be hidden somewhere in the dream world. Find a new way forward. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't want to go backwards. Okay. Reopen. We were... Wait. Okay, that's where we were. I like how it has the branching paths. How it looks. It did sound like a love motel. Okay. We'll focus. Okay. We'll re-ask that and then just skip over the dialogue. Let's check out Renju's office.
Good idea. You might find something important in there.
Possibly. That or not. Mizuki and I investigated Renju's office, but I didn't find anything that could be a clue.
Damn. No hits.
Do not be discouraged. Bad days and sore feet are part of the job.
Time to earn my paycheck, I guess.
Okay, so I guess we did everything in here then. So, Sunfish Pocket. So I guess I didn't really need to make a bunch of multiple save files. Oh well. I visited Sunfish Pocket with Mizuki, where Renju was killed. Once again, I looked for any clues we might have missed.
I guess it was a waste of time.
Yeah, I didn't find any clues.
Ooh, we can look at this girl, maybe? Pictures of maids on display.
Which one is your type, Date?
Where is this coming from?
Just tell me.
Well, let's see.
Can we get a close-up?
Wow, you're really thinking about it? Disgusting.
Oh my god.
You asked.
She debated us. Pictures of maids on display. If I had to pick one, I'd say the second from the left on the top row is my favorite. This one? Or, yeah, this second from the left. Of course, if it came down to it, I would say no to any of them. Interesting. Because I feel like I would want to, like, a closer look at them, but I don't know. I liked the look of this one, but I would have to meet them. No, you need more safes. A doorway to the kitchen, rusty drum, a chair, store signboard, sunfish pocket, security cameras, door. Is there anything really to look in here? Register near the doorway. Oh, I guess Meanie should talk to her. Can you think of anything?
Not really.
Sorry for bringing you here.
Because this is where Daddy's corpse was?
No, because there's nothing here.
I told you before, it's fine. I was the one who said I wanted to come with you, so...
Let's get going.
Yeah. Nothing we can do here.
I guess we'll go to Central Hospital. I can't think of anything else that we could do there, but, you know, might not hurt. Huh?
Mizuki!
Booksack.
And Date.
Now you're just laughing
Ota,
aloud.
are you okay?
Yeah, totally.
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I don't want to get in your way. I should head home before I cause any more trouble.
Is your leg okay,
not at
ma'am?
all. You're fine right here.
No, really, I should go. I'm sure that he has more fun with his friends than with me. So...
Okay, we didn't get to see her walking. Mayumi quickly shuffled out
Thanks,
of the room.
Mizuki.
Huh?
You came to visit me, right?
Oh, yeah. Right.
It would be awkward to admit we are only here for the investigation.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you remembered anything?
No, just what I told you yesterday.
All right. You know, if you weren't in the hospital, I would slap you upside the head so hard you start remembering
Oh my
things
gosh.
again.
Chillin' just came back from doing some Mother's Day weekend stuff. Nice! Oh yeah, that's this weekend. Ooh. I guess I need to do that kind of stuff this weekend.
Like shock therapy?
Whoa, old school! I thought Abyss was more future tech than that.
We are, but if it ain't broke,
Yep, don't fix
you
it.
can learn a lot from the past.
I see. Maybe you should hit him.
No, no way!
I mean, we are in the hospital. They can fix
pretty
him.
energetic for being in bed all day.
Just a little
He's
bit.
the type that gets annoying around women.
Yeah. About the investigation.
So, we still don't know who the culprit is?
If you remember anything at all, please, tell me.
Well, maybe that all depends. If you could get me, say, Tessa's toothbrush, it might jog my memory.
Ota, seriously,
Are you really
this
gonna
is
do
not
this
the
in front of
time.
Mizuki?
It's fine. Mizuki proofreads the light novels I write. I'm sure she's used to it by
She
now.
is 12!
What are you making her read?
Lots of things, like...
Wait, Mizuki, you don't have to tell him.
You need to tell me. What is he making you read, Mizuki? Oh my gosh. How are you?
Forget me. Are you okay? You passed out last night.
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel much better after a good night's sleep.
It sounded like you were having a nightmare.
Probably.
You kept moaning something about... Reika. Reika.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Wow. Ota is lying in bed. At least Date had a good dream about Iris.
Have you heard about Iris? The nurse was talking about her a minute ago.
That she's still in the ICU? Yeah. Apparently the surgery went well, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Hey, Ota. Next time we should fold 1,000 paper cranes.
No.
To wish that Iris will get better.
That's so sweet.
We could even make her a life-size crane.
That would be a somewhat troublesome gift.
Maybe like a half life-size one. Yeah, just smack him right in the stomach. Just pow. Have Mizuki do it.
I heard that you fought off the killer and saved Iris. That's so cool, Ota. You have a wound of honor.
No, not really. Well, I guess a little. Calling me a hero. It's kind of embarrassing.
This is what you wanted, Ota.
I didn't call you a hero.
It is a good thing Iris was saved, but he's still irritating.
Very much so.
Even more irritating than seeing cosplay in public.
Oh. Is that irritating? I feel like it's fun sometimes. Should we get going?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, you two just got here.
It's okay. We saw you. Now we can go.
We already have Ota's testimony. It is unlikely he has any further useful information.
Right.
Where to now, Date?
Let's see.
It's like I remember I was just walking around, like this was years ago, but I was just walking around and saw someone in like a Xephoria cosplay. And it was like well put together too, and I was just like, yo! Can't remember if there were other times. I feel like the other times would have just been me and my friends.
So that's the situation.
Cosplay in public is cool, but depends on the person. Yeah, that's true. Because some people like me could be like, yo, you're being this character, that's awesome. And other people are just like, oh gosh, the nerds are in town. Please.
I see. Someone with an injured left leg, huh?
Oh, you're smirking. Do you know about the culprit with the injured leg?
Sorry, no idea.
Oh.
Damn. I thought you, of all people, would know something.
You sounded like you knew something.
I am an informant, but really dangerous information doesn't just come rolling in here.
Fair enough.
But I promise, I'll keep my eye out for anything.
Thank you, Mama.
Please do.
And if I find something, you have to take a bath with me.
Oh?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Oh, why not?
Because you take up all the hot water.
That's your issue?
I promise I won't. I'll even take the costume off.
It's a costume?
Mm-hmm. And I look good without it.
Anyway, know anything about the new Cyclops serial killings?
I've looked into it, but I still don't have anything useful for you. The case is still as fresh as a young man's juices.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Anyway, hi Mizuki. How are you doing? Still not used to Mama, I see.
No, I am.
You sure? You still look a little scared.
A little.
Aww.
Scaredy cat.
Sweet.
Laughing at me.
Yeah, because it was funny.
I'm going to expose your browser history.
Oh.
What?
7 ways to take home a cabaret girl. 3 minutes with a married woman.
Stop. I'm sorry.
At least she's not gonna expose his NTR edition or addiction. Do you have a problem with gay people?
No, not at all.
You better not.
I see gay people on TV all the time, so it's not weird to me. The LGBT community is rich in sensibility, has excellent taste, and is full of talented artistic people. And they share a common struggle. It makes them more sensitive and capable of sympathy. That's why so many of them are kind and caring. And they choose how to live their lives on their own terms. It means they have a strong backbone. So because of all that, I really respect them. They're even kind of cool. And that means you too, Mama.
Oh, I love it! Bravo! 6 million yen to you!
You can transfer it to my account.
No, Date. Nah. Mizuki keeps it all. What's in the backpack?
Hey, Mizuki, what's inside that backpack you always have on you?
Why?
I'm just curious.
Well, water, dehydrated bread, chocolate, biscuits, a flashlight, a hand charger, Swiss Army knife, a candle, matches.
Can never be too
triangular
prepared.
badges, a first aid kit, whistle, portable toilet, a plastic bag, duct tape, a grenade, a magnet, disposable hand warmers.
I'm sorry, a
Do
grenade?
you have an entire disaster relief kit in your bag?
Better safe than sorry. I'm ready for anything.
That's true.
Perhaps I misheard, but wasn't there an illegal item in there?
Right, the Swiss Army knife. Yeah, I'll look the other way.
Date, there's a grenade in there. Mizuki, do you have like proper ways of making sure that doesn't accidentally get unpinned? Mizuki seems to be a bit nervous, just like last time. Whoops. Right, she's set for anything but Mizuki.
I never got to tell you, but I think she's very cute. I could just eat her up.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I only really want to eat men. Date, what are you making me say?
Oh my gosh.
You said that on your own.
Right?
Oh, come on. Isn't a gentleman supposed to cover for a lady's slip of the tongue?
Wait, you can't clip it? What do you mean? I should have clips enabled. I'm not...
Who is the lady Mama is referring to?
Don't ask me.
Just not that far back. Ah, fair enough. Okay. It was past the cutoff. Okay.
Maybe you can go back in the VOD and grab it after stream? I don't know. Not or I will. I don't know. Let me see.
I guess it's time to go.
Thanks for the chat, Mama.
Oh, leaving already?
Yeah, there wasn't much to
I
do
have an
today.
investigation to finish, but I'll be back.
You are so impatient, even though you take your time in bed.
Don't say things like that.
In bed? What does that mean?
Mizuki, no!
You don't need to know. Let's go.
Let's go, Mizuki. You already know that Dante's perverted, but still.
Okay, let's go. Oh.
Date, a call from boss. Shall I connect you?
Yes.
No, wait.
Or not, I guess.
If I take the call, Mizuki might ask questions.
Are you talking to yourself again? Do you need to go to the hospital?
Exactly.
I can put it on speaker.
Please.
Yeah.
Date, are you with Mizuki right now?
Yes, what's up?
I need you to come to Abyss headquarters with Mizuki.
I was just heading there. Did something happen?
Yeah, the head office is here. They want to get information from Mizuki. We here at Abyss have her testimony, but the rest of the MPD wants to hear from her. They didn't get anything from her last time. They want to do an official questioning. This order comes straight from the top. We don't have the power to say no. So, please.
You heard her.
I don't want to. I want to keep investigating.
There's nothing we can do. We can't fight the power of the state.
You are the power of the state.
Abyss is a toenail on the foot of the state.
Oh gosh.
As far as they're concerned, we don't really do anything, and we don't have any say in what they do. And anytime we get too troublesome, they cut us off.
Why? Stupid Date.
What did I do? I just work for the place. But yeah, Date is wild.
Sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just a slave to you anyway.
Oh, come on. I don't treat you like a slave, do I? Just because I sometimes make you lick between my toes?
Ew, what? What?
I didn't lick anything.
Anyway, thanks, Date. And don't worry about Mizuki. I told HQ to take it easy.
Okay, they
Mizuki,
better.
Just make sure you behave and listen.
It'll be over soon, don't worry. Besides that, Date, there's something I have to tell you. You have a message from one of the inspectors at the warehouse. Kagari, Mogami, something like that.
Kaniza?
Kagami?
Yeah, that's it. A message from Kaniza. He wants to give you some information in person at the warehouse.
Could he have?
The blood results?
I'll head over right away.
Yes.
Mizuki, you be a good girl, okay?
Ugh.
Jeez.
Understandable. That's an understandable response to the phrase good girl. Anyway, Harbor Warehouse District.
Date, sorry to make you come all the way down here.
It's all good,
But I have the
Kagami.
results of the DNA analysis.
What did you find?
It's just like you said, there were 2 different blood signatures.
Yeah.
One is definitely from Ota Matsushita. The other...
Huh?
Well, we got the results, but we couldn't find any matches in our database.
Oh.
That is not surprising. HQ does not have a complete record
No.
of everyone's DNA.
Rip.
What now? What now?
Do not panic. I have a piece of information I think you should know.
What is it?
I have discovered a suspicious person at your 12 o'clock. 200 yards. He's looking this way.
Oh?
Person?
Oh, this thing over here? Oh my gosh.
This guy?
Oh, little Date, time for your medication. I said 200 yards ahead.
It's the inspector. He looks suspicious, but I don't think this is who Ivo was talking about. Zoom. I just wanted to ask his name. Oh, it's So.
That's...
So Sejima.
Just yell, what are you doing here?
I don't believe it. His left leg.
Huh?
So Sejima! Stop! Damn it!
Oh. That's a light drum. That thing was empty.
It's him. So's the culprit.
Calm down. We cannot yet make that conclusion. He was only dragging his left leg.
But he's been all over this case so far. Shoko and Renju are both in bed with the Kumakuras, and the Kumakuras know So. And not just that. We saw him in Iris's Somnium.
Still.
And he has no alibi. No alibi for Shoko, Renju, or the warehouse.
That's true.
Date, calm down.
His alibi was just
The only thing we
no.
have so far is circumstantial evidence. We also do not have any established motive. Why would he kill Shoko and Renju? Why would he cut out Iris's eyeball?
Well...
However, I do agree that So is suspicious.
Very much so.
Do you agree with me or not?
I am explaining to you that we currently do not have enough evidence to bring him in. Confronting him now would only result in him denying everything. We need direct evidence.
Direct evidence.
How do we get that?
The criminal's blood from the cold storage warehouse. If the DNA matches So's...
Right. We need to get So's DNA.
The question is, how?
Shoot him. Where can we get So's DNA? A crane. A wooden box. Warehouse is all in a line. Cold storage warehouse. Okiuta Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Would it be there? Did he get injured there at all? No, I don't think he got injured there. Maybe the hospital?
I checked their database. So Sajima has never received medical treatment at that hospital.
Oh.
We would not find So's DNA there.
Maybe on the cigarettes?
Hey, Aiba. Do you remember when we went to the Kumakura's office Sunday?
Of course. I am incapable of forgetting anything.
Then let me ask you a question. What was on the table in front of the sofa?
Because I was thinking of just, like, straight up blood samples, but it's just like, well, you can get DNA from, like, spit.
The cigarette butts. So was smoking those cigarettes.
Exactly. And So's saliva might still be on the butts. If we have that, we have So's DNA.
Wait a moment. That was 2 days ago. The ashtray must have been emptied by now.
Yeah, I would think
but there's a chance. We have to at least try.
I agree.
All right, let's head there.
Okay. So now we can go talk to some Yakuza again.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm just hanging
You
out.
fucking with us, old man?
No, I just want to
That's it,
hang
don't
out.
bother.
Just be buddies.
I know.
I approached the sofa without saying anything. I looked at the ashtray on the table, but...
Hey, where are the cigarette butts that were in here?
Huh?
The cigarette butts, from when I was here a few days ago.
We threw them away, of course, dumbass.
Where, dumbass?
Why do you care about some cigarettes?
I need them for the investigation of the new Cyclops serial killings.
I see. Just last morning, I heard there was a new victim. I didn't watch it, but I heard something about it being streamed online.
Poor girl got one of her eyes cut out.
I know that, idiot.
Sorry.
And you're here for the investigation?
Yes.
So if I cooperate, you'll help you arrest this guy?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Look around as much as you want.
Thank you, sir.
Huh?
That was easy.
You said you were looking for cigarette butts, right?
Yeah, the one So was smoking.
So Sajima. You think he did it?
No, nothing for sure yet.
Hey guys, where's the cigarettes that were in here?
Probably in the trash in the back, boss.
Bring me the one that So was smoking.
Yes, sir.
Let's get him. Let's pin him down.
The henchmen went into the back room. They soon came back with 4 cigarette butts in a plastic bag. I used disposable chopsticks to lay them out on the table.
I didn't touch him.
I'm being considerate, I see. But why did you bring 4?
There were a couple of other cigarette butts in the bin.
I didn't know which one So smoked.
MoMA?
I don't remember.
But So cigarette is definitely one of these?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Date, remember the brand that So was smoking?
No.
Right.
Why did
He
you
was
get
smoking.
why did you get rid of the footage as soon as it would have shown? I think it was Klein. Rookie. Ramboro. Llamas. Nah, it was Klein.
Klein. I remember.
I'm surprised the gangsters aren't more involved in the case. Yeah, they're just vibing.
So was smoking a Klein
They
cigarette.
have their own stuff to deal with.
Correct.
I wrapped the Klein cigarette butt in a handkerchief and pocketed it. Alright, I forgot it doesn't go as fast.
Let's return to Abyss. Pewter should be able to get DNA from it.
Hopefully.
Got it.
Looks like you found it.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Nah, this was nothing. Anything for Tessa.
Tessa?
Huh.
Did you just say Tessa?
What are you talking about, you Neanderthal? I said anything for Tesseract.
That doesn't even make sense.
Shut up! If you're done here, get your ass going.
All right, whatever you say.
Nice. We do like yakuza out here that like idols.
I'm counting on you, Pewter.
You can leave it to me.
Let's do this, Pewter. Pewter took the cigarette butt from me.
If the DNA on that cigarette butt matches the bloodstain in the warehouse,
we can get a warrant.
There would be no doubt that So Sejima is our mysterious polar bear.
Yeah.
how long will it take to analyze?
If I had 6 hours...
You've got 3.
Oh.
That's totally unreasonable.
Just speed run it.
But
fine.
I suppose... I will do my best to have this analyzed in 3 hours.
You folded pretty easily on that one.
I want to catch the criminal as soon as possible. That's all.
Yeah.
Now, because time is of the essence, excuse me.
Go through it, Pewter. Get that DNA.
How's Mizuki, by the way?
They finished questioning her. I had one of the officers take her home. She should be there by now.
Good.
So Sejima. I can't believe it, of all people.
We don't know that for sure yet.
But you saw that his leg was injured, right? It's pretty damning evidence.
Don't be too hasty, boss.
You were saying the same thing earlier.
Anyway, let's wait for the results. That will clear everything up.
Yeah, you're right. I hope this won't be trouble.
Trouble?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I feel like by the end of this Tuesday night, he's gonna end up showing up dead.
Pewter, is it true? The results are in?
Yes, the DNA I collected from the cigarette butt is a positive match to the bloodstain from the warehouse.
Really? It was So all along. He was the polar bear. He carved out Iris's eye and stabbed Oda. And probably killed Renju and Shoko.
Making So Sejima the new Cyclops killer.
Thank you, Pewter.
Don't thank me yet. Hurry up and get So.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's go.
I turned around and made my way to the exit. But right when I was about to open the door, it was opened from the other side.
Boss. Boss, listen. The bloodstain in the cold storage warehouse.
I know. I got a report from Pewter.
Then you already know. I'm heading there right now.
Heading where?
Where else? To So's house.
Date, I'm sorry, but you can't do that.
Why not?
What?
I can't let you get So.
Why?
Boss, I don't understand.
This comes from the top. So and the head office have been tight-knit for 20 years now. They can't go against So's wishes. It's corruption and bribes to be sure, but there's also some kind of blackmail.
Blackmail?
So knows something. Something that the public can never know. If that secret got out, the authority of law would be thrown into question, and the entire police force would be at risk.
So has something on HQ?
Yes, almost certainly.
What?
That's why I can't let you go.
That's
Do
rude.
you understand?
Hell no.
I see. Then I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to take you off this case.
Hey, boss, come on. Are you serious?
Well, then what else would I do?
You gotta be kidding me!
If you take me off the case, I'm gonna have nothing else to do other than go to his house. I had enough. I pushed past boss and left the room. I walked with a confident stride down the hall with no hesitation. I had made up my mind. I was going to So Tsujima's mansion. I got into my car, turned the key, and slammed my foot on the gas. It's like, you leave me no choice. I'm going to his house either way.
Date, are you sure you want to do this? You still have a chance to turn around. If you put your hands on So, you will never be able to return to Abyss.
Okay, then I'll just shoot him.
I don't care.
My hands won't be
I
on
don't
him.
want to work for a rotten organization in the pocket of some politician. When this is over, I'll open a restaurant in Okinawa or something.
Wait!
Oh, should I make it a soba place instead?
That's not what I mean. You have a video message.
What?
A video?
Look!
Mizuki!
Mizuki!
Shit!
Who's holding her hostage? I will end them. Ba-da-na-na.
Mizuki! Mizuki!
Mizuki!
Where are you? Don't worry, I'll find you.
I mean, the only places for her to hide are in the speaker, right?
Date, the hollow space in the speaker. Perhaps Mizuki is in there.
X-ray.
Mizuki!
Date, hurry! Help her!
Get her!
I know,
Get her out of there! Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na.
Are you okay?
That hurt, idiot! Pull it off more gently. You're late, by the way.
I'm sorry.
I was about to suffocate, just so you know.
That's like...
This is so typical.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
never there when you need to be.
I'm just gonna put you back
just
in
like
there.
6 months ago. I was about to miss the bus, and you...
Actually, stay like that for a while. Huh?
Halt your
Don't believe
investigation.
this.
Consider this a warning. Who did it? I will end the Mizuki. Who did this?
3 men. The doorbell rang and they said they were delivery men. I thought you had bought another one of your weird videos or something, so I opened the door. And they sprayed me with tear gas.
Oh no.
Did you see their faces?
No, they were all wearing masks.
It is probable that they are working for So. They may be his bodyguards or hired thugs.
It just makes me so mad. If they didn't get the jump on me, I would have... Pow! Bang! Bam! Wham!
Mizuki, I have just one thing to say. Never in my life have I bought any weird videos.
That's what you wanted to say?
Are you okay?
I'm not hurt. My mouth stings a little. Thanks to you ripping the tape off my face. If I get fat lips from this, I'm gonna make you pay for cosmetic surgery.
Don't girls want bigger lips, though?
Anyway, we know who the culprit is.
What?
We identified the person inside the polar bear.
The man who tried to kill Iris and Ota?
Yes. And also, the man who killed your parents.
Hopefully. Hopefully it's the right man's.
Who?
Congressman So Tsujima.
So?
Do you know him?
Kinda. I've seen him on TV before. But why?
I don't know why yet. But it was definitely his blood at the cold storage warehouse.
I can't believe it. I'll never forgive him. I'll get him for this.
We'll destroy him. I'm going to So's right now.
Mizuki, I'm going to So's house now.
Are you leaving me behind again?
No, not anymore.
Taking me with me.
Even if I tried to leave you behind, you'd still come with me, wouldn't you? So are you ready?
What should I be prepared for?
Anything.
So's bodyguards will be armed. It might get messy.
Bring it. I'll put them in the ground.
Yeah!
Don't kill them.
6 feet under.
I need him alive, and I need you to stay safe. Can you do that?
Always.
Always?
Occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Date, you have to understand. He killed my parents. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I turn back now, I'll go crazy.
I know. You don't have to say it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
5 minutes.
Bang, bang. Ba-dum. Let's go. Let's get him. Beat him up. Beat him up, beat him up, up.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
Oh, hello.
I came for So. Please, take me to him.
What are you talking about? He's sleeping and not taking any visitors. Go home.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I'm coming in.
I took one step. And then I felt a shock ripple through my stomach. It was like a fist screwing into my gut. Or it was one, not like a...
I've always wanted to see this line. Nice punch.
Well, let me use a line too. This is the end for you, chump.
Oh.
Tsujima's orders, nothing personal.
That's what I thought.
Huh?
You're so predictable.
What?
What? Huh? Huh? Yeah? Oh! Nice.
Easy.
They went down very easy.
Nope. We're not even close to done yet. Look.
Hello, nobody. Bring it on.
Rolls dice and drinks water in the corner of the chat. Ooh, a 16. Not bad. Oh gosh, is it gonna make me... No!
Kill them.
Date.
No. Taking a little moment away from the action. Okay, we're going back.
I'll take care of these guys. You get those, Date.
Are you okay?
Shouldn't you worry more about yourself, old man?
Jeez.
Okay, we're probably gonna have to do quick time event here's. That or she's gonna take care of every single one of them. Oh, well, there's a few over here that we need to take care of. Also, 7's not the worst roll you could have done, so yeah, not too bad, Rocket. Okay, now it's time for me to do things.
It's dark. I can barely see.
Possibly.
There are numerous hostiles.
At
Too
least
many
6.
for you and your revolver to combat effectively.
So what's the plan?
Let's see.
Oh, maybe there's 8. Okay, I think now we're going into quick time.
Date, the island in the middle of the pond. Do you remember it?
Yeah?
Your favorite thing is on that island.
Oh?
My favorite thing.
A porno magazine.
What?
Just leaving it right there! X. Ah! Did I do it?
Whoa! Porno mag!
It's like, where is it? Okay.
Huh? Where'd the porn go?
Did you guys steal the porn? Are you hiding it from me? That's a big lightning strike.
Date, load evolver with wire bullets.
It's a scary battle cry,
What am I
right?
shooting at?
Above us.
Above us?
Above us? Why?
No time to explain, just do it!
Okay. Okay, what do you need? What do you need from me, game? Control? Interesting button choice.
What was that? That's supposed to be a warning shot or something? Now throw us the gun. Come quiet.
No.
Date, do as I told you!
Huh?
Don't you mean surrender?
Do it! Do it or we die!
X and down.
Get them!
Ooh. Nice thinking, Iva.
They fell for
What do you mean?
it. Just watch. You will see in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
So, would it be safe to get out of our little area? Yes, quite shocking turn of events. I collected my evolver from the pond.
You lied to me again.
I have already explained this to you. If you hear the words porno magazine, your reaction speed increases by a factor of 3.6. A rather convenient function of yours. Why wouldn't I take advantage of it?
Damn it. How did you know about the lightning?
Satellite imagery, atmospheric conditions, and other factors. However, I predicted the lightning would fall elsewhere. So I had you launch wire bullets to direct the lightning to the pond.
Anyway, where's Mizuki?
I will scan for her.
Please have her be somewhere nearby. That doesn't sound nearby. Mizuki!
Mizuki!
Mizuki,
Wait
did
for
you
me,
go
I'm
up
coming.
ahead? I sprinted through the rain-soaked garden and into the mansion. Come on, Mizuki, be safe. Not here.
Gotcha. I detect trace amounts of capsaicin in the air.
Capsaicin?
Mizuki appears to have been sprayed with tear gas.
Oh no.
No.
Please, be safe. Not this room. Not that one either. I can't find Mizuki anywhere. Aiba!
This is...
Please help me!
Mizuki's metal pipe.
What?
He is taking Mizuki hostage.
No. You guys can barely hear him, huh? I can barely hear him.
Look around. Mizuki must be nearby.
Holding screen? What? I can't see why an expensive looking table with the middle of the room.
Have you looked on the other side of the sliding door?
Not yet, but I know there's another room back there.
X-ray. Oh no!
There she is. Mizuki!
That is So holding her.
Son of a bitch is using her as a shield. Why isn't Mizuki fighting back?
Because she got pepper sprayed.
She does not appear to be conscious. I cannot determine why. But she is breathing. She is alive.
I have to do something.
Wait, don't move. Remember what So told you.
That he can see us somehow.
There may be a sensor or something similar in this room.
Or I could just shoot him in the head.
I would stop that line of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
If you shoot now, there is a high chance you will hit Mizuki.
Mm-hmm.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Let me think.
Go for his left eye. Yeah. Get revenge for all the people that he's been taking eyes from.
Date, load Evolver with spherical bullets. Then, pick up that metal pipe on the floor.
I feel like he would probably be like, "What are you doing?" I did as Aiba instructed, moving carefully to not draw suspicion.
You need to do two things. First, throw the metal pipe toward the southwest corner of the room. Then, immediately shoot a spherical bullet at the pipe.
Hmm?
No questions. There's no time to explain.
Okay.
You sure this will work?
If you time it correctly, yes. My calculations are never wrong.
I hope I can time it correctly. Okay. Okay, what do we gotta do?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go!
X. Okay, I'm just gotta aim it there. And then control. No, the skull's thinnest behind the eyes.
Oi.
But, you know, also need to, you know, go for the left eye specifically for revenge. Yo!
Mizuki! Mizuki!
Dante!
Kick him! Mizuki!
Mizuki, move!
What?
What do I do? I shoot. Oh wait. Is this an important? Probably not. I'll get him. I can't reach his left eye.
Hey, don't! It will hit Mizuki!
Shit!
I threw myself to the left to push Mizuki away, but
No! Impossible!
No way! Dante, no! Don't die! Don't die! Dante!
it's timed. Oh, okay. No, I just saved. Oh gosh. We're still on the same day. Okay, where does it start from? Okay, cool. Started from right there. This is a very convenient function.
Mizuki! Mizuki!
Dante!
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang,
Mizuki,
bang,
move!
Bang, bang, bang.
What?
Oh, why not his gun? Why can't I shoot his gun?
Dante, it will hit Mizuki!
So do I have to do it like immediately or? Oh, this was not what I thought it was. Oh, okay, kind of is. Okay, I know about the flow chart. You don't have to tell me each time. So maybe just don't actually fire, I guess. Click on Mizuki? Okay, thank you so much for telling me. I would have done it in the wrong.
Dante!
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum,
Mizuki,
bum, bum.
move!
Dun, dun, dun.
What?
Dun, dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. Protect Mizuki.
Damn it.
Oh, good. Oh. Oh. Shadaiba.
Pathetic. Killed by your own father. By the way, do you like fireworks? Let me show you the most beautiful firework you'll ever see. But don't blink. It'll only be a flash.
Wait. Lighting, the lines are in tone.
How do you like these fireworks?
What?
I just want to go to the cabaret club.
What?
She's really like, this is not the time
What did
for
you
that.
say?
Dante,
Hey,
please.
Quit fooling around. Come on. Dante, get up. Hey. Hey. Dante. Dante. Dante!
Time for Wednesday, my dudes.
I know even the best of us can be taken out of commission by a simple cold. But I always thought Date was above that somehow. Like a hero.
I don't have a simple cold.
A hero?
Heroes are supposed to be invincible. Even if the odds are stacked against them, something miraculous happens to save them. That's what I thought would happen to Date. But instead, here he is.
You make it sound like he's dead.
Right. Sorry.
Date has an artificial eyeball called an AI ball in his left eye socket. That's exactly where So shot him. So it acted like a kind of shield. Because of that, the bullet didn't go through his brain. It saved Date's life. The surgery to remove the bullet was successful, and now all we have to do is wait until Date wakes up. That's what was supposed to happen anyway. But instead...
Equipment used for monitoring vital organs. Stupid.
Stupid.
Still no answer.
Idiot.
No answer.
Perverted old man.
No response. Date is lying on the bed. About the eyeball.
Oh, that's Aiba.
Aiba?
Yeah, Date's partner. You saw him talk to himself sometimes, right?
More like all the time.
That was him talking to Aiba.
Oh.
About Date's condition.
It's strange, isn't it? The surgery was successful. No EEG abnormalities.
But he still hasn't woken up.
I think I might know why, but if I'm right, it's nothing any of this medical equipment can fix. The problem lies in his soul.
His soul?
Something's going on in his consciousness.
Do we need to somninium him?
Don't worry about that. It's true that Date disobeyed direct orders, but that order basically came from So himself. And he's not going to be a problem anymore, is he? Date won't get reprimanded for this.
Oh, good.
So also no longer has his hooks in the MPD. We can finally resume the investigation properly.
Nice. About the new Cyclops serial killer.
All the evidence points to So Sejima. Thanks to Date, I think we can finally close this case. There might even be a promotion waiting for him after this.
About Date's soul.
He's lost somewhere in his own mind.
Lost?
He doesn't know the way back. Sinking over and over can have this effect.
How can he find his way back again?
Only one way I can think of. Maybe...
Paging Ms. Shizue Kuranushi. Shizue Kuranushi. Please come to the nurses' station.
Looks like I gotta go.
Oh, her name is Shizue.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
What?
While I'm gone, keep talking to Date, okay? You might give him a reason to wake up. See you.
Okay, I'll keep insulting him.
Talk to him. Huh.
You're so stupid.
Hey, Date. You're so stupid. You know that? Grade A, first class, king of the idiots. Why did you protect me? It was my own fault. I went into the mansion by myself, and then got tear gas sprayed at me by So. He hit me in the back of the head and I blacked out. This was all my fault. Everything I did was a mistake. But you came to save me. You made me look like an idiot, you know. Oh, wait a minute. I get it. You wanted to scold me, right? After saving me, you're never gonna let me hear the end of it. You suck, Date. Big, stupid jerk.
Wake up.
Date. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Okay, big brother. You gotta wake up now. You'll be late for school. That's what you want to hear, right, Date? You want to be called Big Brother, don't you? I know you do. I've seen the anime that you watch. Hey, say something. Talk back to me like you always do. Argue with me. Tell me that you have good taste in anime. Date, it's not fun if you don't say anything.
Speak honestly?
Okay, since we're alone, I'll be honest with you. Earlier, Boss said that you were like a hero, right? I think so too. Deep down, you're a hero to me. You raised me since I was 8. Even when times were hard or you were depressed, you were there for me. The past few days, too. After Mom and Daddy, I was trying to act like it didn't bother me, but really, I was just holding it inside. Staying quiet. Pushing my feelings down. And I just took it. I forced myself to be happy. But inside, it hurt so bad. Like I wanted to die. Sad and afraid and alone. My heart was about to break. But because you were there, I was able to fight it.
Yeah.
You being there helped me be myself. But if you're gone, Date,
Wake up!
Hey, Date. Wake
Pardon
up.
me.
Come on, wake up! What happened to your promise? You can't tell me you forgot.
Yeah, we need
you
to get the stew!
promised, Date. We're supposed to eat stew. Are you gonna break your promise? You're not gonna take me? That's not fair, Date. You liar. And God's a liar, too. I prayed at the shrine. I prayed that you wouldn't get hurt, but...
Do you want to save Date?
Yes?
Then I'll finish my thought from earlier. There's one way we can bring back Date. Someone has to sink into his brain and guide him home.
Yeah. Someone?
Mizuki, I need a favor.
Huh?
You synced with Date once before, right? Your synchronization levels were extremely high. You two are compatible for syncing. No one is more qualified than you. Please, please save Date.
You got it, boss.
I'll try.
Oh gosh, this is probably gonna be like actually 6 minutes, isn't it?
Mizuki, remember, time limit is 6 minutes. Do not, under any circumstances, stay longer.
So annoying. You told me 1,000 times.
Mizuki, we're counting on you.
Leave it to me. Date, hold on.
We'll save you, Date.
I'll bring you back. I promise.
I really hope so.
Then, let's begin.
Let's go in there. Hopefully there was no pervy stuff in there, Date. Oh.
This is my house. But it's in black and white. Is this what's inside Date's heart? Date, where are you hiding? Date!
Oh, there's that little... Huh? Oh yeah.
Color over
Because that's
there.
where the light's hitting. Wait, is that the stew? Mental lock 1. Mental lock 2. Mental lock 3. And 4. 5th! Date's heart is lost. To bring him back, I need to tell him my true feelings. Okay.
Is that stew?
Taste it?
I'll try eating some. The vegetables and meat are cut too big. Are they always this big? Me? Why? Hey, Date! Everyone's waiting for you. Hey, are you listening? Date?
Don't be modest now. This is my special recipe. Eat it while it's hot. I don't know how I did it, but I think it came out pretty good.
Come on, you're so hungry. Okay, that was the first one. Made a stew.
This is when I first came to Date's house. Date, what happened?
Hearing static.
Why this?
Oh no! Thank you for letting me know. Give me 1 second. Okay, that should have fixed it. I've been having staticky issues off and on with this mic, so thank you for telling me that they're static. Hopefully it wasn't going on for too long. Okay, now for the desk.
Date's corkboard.
Or the corkboard, rather. Not this picture. Computer.
Date's computer.
Throw it. We'll turn it on normally.
Power button. Where is it?
It's right.
Well?
It's right there. Mizuki.
Oh. Whoops. Don't know my own strength. Date! I broke your computer! You can't watch any more porn! You better come out and stop me!
Okay.
Date's police ID.
No. I wanna look. There you go.
Date's corkboard.
I guess we'll look at the note.
I wonder what this note is. Side Wop? Is this someone's name? A woman? I can't tell.
Wait, 5 minutes. I thought this was
useless
on my end. Wait, it's been going on for
Date's
5 minutes.
handwriting
Oh
is
no!
trash.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
You have 5 minutes remaining, Mizuki.
Did I break the computer by punching it? Well, I don't want to hit it. I'll just throw it.
Ha! This is all your fault, Date. Get up already.
Maybe I'll look at the
Date's
ID.
police ID.
Did we look at it? Can't remember if we looked at it or not. Probably
Date's
not.
police ID. Without this, no one would believe he's really a police officer. Leaving it around like this is how it gets lost. If I hide it somewhere, maybe he'll panic and wake up.
Maybe.
Nah, never mind.
No.
He's too dense to notice something like that.
Is there anything else to look at? No, it's just over here. I guess I do need to
Date's
look at
corkboard.
the thing that does a negative thing in the picture. Guess I'll get rid of the half one so I can keep the other one.
A pretty picture of a river. Where is Akikawa Valley? I'd like to go there someday.
That achieved nothing!
Date's cork.
We already did that. No,
Date's
not the
corkboard.
corkboard. Not the corkboard. We gotta look at the ID.
Date's police.
So hold it up.
Hey! Respect the badge! Yup. Just testing what would happen. Not playing around or anything.
Totally not.
We're totally not
Date's
doing
police-
it again so we can get rid of the double time.
Hey! Date's.
4 minutes, Mizuki.
I'm doing
you
my
alright?
I'm doing my best. I feel like I'm doing everything.
Date, get up!
Are you crazy? Jeez, what are you doing?
It's because you washed your old underwear with my clothes, dummy! Pervert!
I gotta be more careful. If I keep this up, I'm not gonna get off with a warning and a pay cut.
Oh gosh, that was
I remember this.
It was halfway through. Well, this opened. Wait, trash can.
A trash can.
Kind of want to keep those, so we'll just use that.
Oh, maybe this.
Hey, your school announced bring your parents to school day, right? Don't you have to tell Renju and Shoko?
Wouldn't matter.
What should I do?
Sorry for making you worry about me, Date.
Oh, stop apologizing, Mizuki. Not everything is your fault.
the speakers have color now.
Time to look at the speakers.
The speaker I was in.
We will listen.
That's my voice.
Oh.
Mizuki! Mizuki! Hold on! I'll find you!
I remember being mad at you because you took so long. But after I saw your face, everything felt better.
Oh, and the doll. The adorable.
It's Ada Rabbit.
Ada Rabbit. I guess we're throwing it.
What am I doing? I don't want to throw him. He's my special friend.
Eee. Oh. Memories of gifts. Maybe the audio deck?
A shelf with records and stuff.
Listen to music?
The power supply. Is this it? Ha! Oh. Oops. Messed up again. Guess that's why Date told me not to touch it.
Oops.
You have 3 minutes remaining. Be careful.
I'm doing my best.
A speaker with Ada Rabbit on top.
Maybe lift it?
Hey, Date? Not here. That's strange. It's Ada Rabbit.
Okay, now we can hug it.
I love my Ada Rabbit. It feels so warm and comfy holding it. How did you know that I would like it, Date?
Oh my gosh, that didn't... Oh wait, maybe my chair.
The chair where I always sit.
I guess I will sit.
Relaxing. If I sit here much longer, I'm gonna get sleepy.
So maybe...
The chair where I always sit.
Maybe look at it?
Ugh, it's got a butt print on it? I wonder if I sit there too much.
Oh my gosh. Which thing do I do now?
The chair where I always sit.
Maybe there's another thing to do with Ada Rabbit?
It's Ada Rabbit.
I feel like I shouldn't say that it's ugly.
A shelf with records.
Oh, maybe the CD now.
This is a CD from an idol group at Lemnisgate. LUE 42, the answer to the ultimate question. What a weird title.
Yeah. Looked at everything.
A shelf with records.
Maybe one of these things I do have to lift?
Date, time for your food. Looks like that's not gonna work. Hey, wouldn't be here in the first place. It's at a rabbit. It's a...
I guess listen to it?
I can't hear anything.
I don't know what to do!
The chair where I...
Guess we lift the chair.
Nah, Date wouldn't be here. He's not a cockroach.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry, Mizuki.
Do I have to
It's
call
Ada
Rabbit ugly?
Ada Rabbit is kind of ugly. I mean, at the time I said it was ugly, but...
Oh my god, I had to call it.
I hope this is okay. What if she doesn't like it?
I'm home!
Mizuki, welcome back.
What are you hiding? What's that?
This? Oh, I wonder.
We have less than 2 minutes left. I don't know if we have time.
I was just thinking that this place looks awfully empty, right? Look, it's perfect right here.
Ugly.
Oh. Okay.
Next is...
Hopefully the next one's easy enough. Okay. See, we got the bed. Memories of the bed? Probably.
It's my bed.
Well, giving it a sniff doesn't take too long.
Doesn't smell like anything. Good.
Good.
I can't sleep if it smells like Date. It's my...
So... maybe we'll sleep on it?
Sorry, Date, but I can't sleep anywhere but here. Figuring out a dream is tough. What should I do next? Ota would have this cleared in seconds. Now that I think about it, didn't I used to sleep on that sofa? When did that change?
There's nothing to interact with the sofa. What's going on with the door?
A door.
We'll come back to it, maybe.
It's my bed.
I don't feel like there would be a reason to lift it.
A door?
Knock on it? Nice!
Mizuki, hey. I'm sorry about eating your pudding without asking. I'll buy you another one. Hey, come on, open up. I'm at my limit here. I really have to go. I'm gonna piss my pants. Mizuki, seriously, come on. Open the door!
Please! Oh, now I can look at the couch. Okay. I've got Just slightly over a minute.
Bed. Well, the sofa.
Okay. So maybe if we sleep on it?
I was sleeping here before, though. Oh. Mom. Daddy. I said that?
Jeez.
Okay, we have a minute to do the last mental lock. Okay.
There's color that way now. It looks like sunlight.
Okay. Date's coat and a fridge.
Hurry.
I'm doing my best,
It's
please.
the fridge.
Open it, maybe?
Huh. Nothing's inside. Probably because this is Date's dream.
Oh my gosh. Maybe his coat?
Date's coat.
I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that? Maybe?
This looks dirty. It smells like him too. Well, I'm not gonna wear it. I don't want to wear your coat, Date.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected. Get in the fridge?
It's the fridge.
I'm so running out of time. I'm doing this terribly. Ah!
I don't do good with tight spaces. And it's cold.
You go in the speaker just fine. Guess I have to sniff his coat. I don't know. Give it a big old sniff. Just.
Oh, this smells like that bar marble. Ugh. That was kind of creepy. Nope.
Just a little bit.
Nope.
I don't know.
Didn't happen.
These are really the only two places to look, aren't they? Yep.
Date's.
Kick the coat.
No, it's not right. I'll do it when he's wearing it. That's much better.
Oh yeah, that's very much better. I don't know. Oh, that worked. Oh.
Hey, I got an extra sweet pudding for little babies. You can have it.
Good.
Watch your mouth.
Nice kick.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. I don't have the time.
My school bag.
This charm? Hopefully? Hopefully!
This is from Ikume's shrine.
Please.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Wait, we got a charm?
Come on!
Bam, bing. Bam, bing. Bing. Bing, bing, bam, bam, bam. Bing, bing, bing. Bam, bing, bam, bing. Bam, bam, bam,
I wish that Mizuki grows up healthy and happy.
What did you ask for?
To leave this boring place as soon as possible.
Tate.
Huh? Oh, am I left with two choices?
Daddy. Mom.
Yeah, go for Date. Go over here.
Mizuki, 30 seconds.
Date?
Date!
Date, wake up! Everyone is worried about you!
You shouldn't come to me. Go be with your parents.
No.
What?
Oh, please.
Date?
Date, please, please don't push me away. This is up to you. Our success is up to you, Date.
I am not what you need.
Time? But Date is still...
Date is right there!
Date!
Date is right there! We probably just need to restart. We're going a little bit past the time that I usually end, but like we need the satisfaction of this ending. Okay.
Is that...
Taste the stew.
I'll try.
Taste the stew. Humph. Humph the stew.
This is when I first...
Get that stew in your tummy. Okay. Go over here. Please, Ivy.
Date's
Just... Well, we actually should save some of those.
Date's
Get it out of here.
Get up.
Get it out of here. It's stinky. It's stinky. Okay. So now, the trash can.
A trash can?
Look closer. Okay. Gotta be quicker to call the bunny ugly, I guess.
The speakers have come.
Okay.
This...
Yeah, listen. We'll do that. Adore a bit.
5 minutes remaining, Mizuki.
Okay, we'll use the 10-second thing. It's ugly, it's stinky. Okay. The door?
A door.
Oh gosh. I need something that doesn't take a lot of time.
It's my bed.
Just give it a quick sniff. Okay. Now we can knock on it. Okay. And then the sofa.
Date's.
And then yeah, we'll use that one. And we'll go through here. Okay. Like, Date, why did you have to ruin it for us?
4 minutes.
We were so close.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm okay. I'm doing better now. Okay. And then backpack.
My school.
And then we'll just do this one. This charm. Okay. Date, you better listen to me this time.
Date?
Okay, we'll have it. We'll do this one.
Date, wait! Date?
Listen to me, Date.
Hey!
You have 3 minutes remaining. Be careful.
Okay. The music stopped. We did it.
It has to be you, Date! If you weren't here, I'd... Get up, Date! I need you!
Mizuki. Thank you, Mizuki.
Yeah. We did it. It took a while, but we did it. Took notice. Whoa! Just a little bit later in the Wednesday.
What the? How did I get here?
Date!
Hey, why the sudden affection?
Aww. Because you're so stupid.
Huh?
You're so stupid! I just want to punch you! Welcome back. Welcome home, Date.
Yeah. I'm home.
Tadaima. I wonder what happens now. Oh, credits.
We got an ending. We got a proper ending.
So now the question is on whether or not to go back and do a few of the other endings. Because I looked into it, and it's a little different than Zero Escape to where you don't need to get like every single ending to get the true ending. So in theory, we could just go through and do the true ending. Because I feel like this probably wasn't the true ending. I feel like there would have been more to it if it was the true ending. Or, so yeah. I guess I'll take the weekend to decide. I feel like we'll probably want to play more of it sometime next week. Because I enjoyed this and I want more. I want to play more of it. It's my stream and I can play. I can play whatever I want. But it just depends on like, do I want to play all X amount of endings or do I just want to get the true ending now? I don't know. I don't know, like how far back I would have to go to actually be able to get the true ending. If it's just like I messed up like a few somniums ago, or if it's just like I messed up from the very beginning, but probably not from the very beginning. Probably just from Iris's. Because I think I get blah, blah, blah. I think I did the good thing. Brain. I think I think I did a good thing in the first Somnium. It's just the second one I messed up and went the wrong way. I was just like, this is too, like, it is kind of weird that Iris had So in her dream like that. So like that seems pretty unresolved. So I don't know. I want to know all the other different corners of the story. Like I don't know. Because if I want to go for all the other endings, then that means that the entire next week is also going to be Isomnium Files. But I don't know. Let me see, is there a way to... Oh, I didn't want to skip the credits, I just wanted to speed through them. Ooh, we're at the shrine. Oh, hi! Eba! Why are you on her shoulder?
It is more comfortable than your eye socket.
Understandable.
You can sit here anytime you want, okay?
Just hide if you see someone coming. The world's not ready for you.
About so...
There's one thing I haven't told you yet, Date.
What is it?
5 days after the first incident, on Tuesday, I think, I saw So on my way home from the police station.
Where?
I was getting dropped off at home.
Was he alone?
No. Someone was walking next to him. My homeroom teacher.
Homeroom teacher?
She's also my mom's best friend. It's a long story, I'll tell you later.
Right, that seems very
tell
complicated.
Me now.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because I'm hungry. I'll tell you over food.
Yeah, we need to get that stew. Look. Wait, what? Talk to myself? No point in talking to myself. Let's not. Unless. It'll look like I'm going crazy. Let's not. Okay. About Iris and Ota.
Ota was discharged from the hospital. He's doing fine. Iris is still in the hospital, though.
I heard.
I hope she gets better soon.
Yeah.
About the new Cyclops serial killings.
The case has been settled. So Sejima was confirmed to be the new Cyclops killer. No crimes similar to the MO of the Cyclops killer have been reported since So Sejima died.
But we still don't know his motive. Why were those three chosen as targets? And why hollow out the left eye?
It is the opinion of the lead investigators that that behavior was simply the result of So's sadistic, sociopathic nature.
I don't buy it.
I agree.
Oh, sorry, Mizuki.
No, it's fine.
I'm gonna talk to myself. I don't talk to myself like a crazy person. Absolutely not. Let's play a rhyming game.
Hey, me. Let's play a rhyming game. You're on. I'll start. Thick. Tits. Lips. Hips.
You're really sticking to one subject there.
Are you certain he was cleared to leave the hospital?
Iba's looking at me. What did you pray for?
I do not believe in the existence of God. But, being that we are at a shrine, I felt it necessary to go with the tradition.
What did you pray for, Date?
I didn't ask for anything. I just said thank you. Thank you for saving my life.
Pardon me, I believe there is a misunderstanding. It was I who saved your life, not God. I was the one who stopped the bullet.
That was completely by chance. Wait, do you even remember that?
I do. Everything that I see is uploaded to the cloud.
That makes sense.
All wirelessly, in real time. Even if my body is totally destroyed, my data is backed up and never lost.
That is very convenient.
That includes my memories, as well as my central programming, which governs my artificial intelligence. Though I do not have any information from after being shot.
That makes sense.
Do you know what Date said right before he lost consciousness?
No. What did he say?
I said, Mizuki, I'm so glad that you're safe.
No, you didn't. You were moaning about wanting to go to a cabaret club.
That's true.
That sounds like Date.
Yep. What did you pray for?
That you die soon so that I can collect your life insurance money.
You wouldn't get a dime.
Okay, let's get going.
All right, let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. You haven't said it yet.
Said what?
Thank you for saving your life.
Oh yes, thank you.
I don't recall hearing a thank you from you either.
Oh.
I saved your life before too, you know.
Fair enough.
Well, fine. You don't have to say it. I know that you love me.
Who said anything about loving you?
Oh, you don't remember? When we were at So's, you were saying, Mizuki! Mizuki! You sounded really concerned.
I wasn't saying Mizuki, I was saying my new skis. Yeah, I was thinking about hitting the slopes later.
Oh, yeah.
Nice cover.
Date, you're a total tsundere.
So are
a
you.
Tsundere, one who appears cold or hostile initially, but eventually shows a warm or friendly side. That describes Date perfectly.
Describes you too.
I don't want to hear it coming from you two.
What?
What do you mean?
They really don't see it, huh? Doesn't matter. Let's get going.
Where?
You know. We're gonna go eat that vomit stew.
Really? Yay!
Whoa! Puke stew! Move my cursor a little bit off to the side. Mizuki route end. Aww.
Man. Now I really feel like we need to go back and do all of the routes.
Yeah, we'll save. We'll save. Okay.
Let's see our little route. Okay, so we ended up down here. So we definitely branched quite a bit.
Okay. Well, either way, let's go over and hang out in the... Oh, I did that way too soon. In the just chatting screen, and then we can finally find somebody to raid. Let me see, is Psych still streaming? Oh, it looks like he is. It says just chatting, though. What's he doing? What's that pumpkin doing? Let's see. I have to wait past 30 seconds worth of ads. I am here very late than usual, but that's okay. I do want to play the other routes. I don't know if I necessarily want to go like directly for the true end immediately, but I'll think it over this weekend. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Psych's playing in space with Markiplier. I see. You know what? Yeah. I don't have anybody else that I usually raid that's streaming right now, so we will raid Psych. Okay. And then we'll do eyeball raid again. Then we'll do a little funk. So there is the raid message. Feel free to use any emote that you have available to you. If you don't have my emotes, that is perfectly fine with me. And yeah, I very much enjoyed that. I was anticipating enjoying it because, you know, the director of the game and everything. I enjoyed their other game, so it only makes sense that I enjoyed this one. And yeah, I think we are gonna come back to this next week. Like I said, I don't know. I might grab that little spoiler-free guide just to get a general sense, or I don't know. Maybe I don't know what we'll do. Maybe I'll do a poll. I usually don't do those, but maybe I'll do a poll over the weekend. I don't know. I am really sad that I don't know where my automaton is. I haven't been able to play you guys out of tune for like a week. 2 weeks, because I didn't stream at all last week. So you haven't heard my son for 2 weeks. I am terrible. But everybody say hello to Sykes for me, and thank you again for joining me today.